Okay, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let me just play with my layers. Because that's how I am. So I'm going to be inviting my guests on. But just going to say hello to everyone before I do so. I'm just going to change the background so everyone knows I'm live and I'm talking. So I'm going to say hello and yeah, I'm really looking forward to today's stream. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So let me know if there's any tech issues or anything. Alright, so let's see. Hello Laura, good to see you again. Welcome, welcome. Hello Green, good to see you again. Lovely to see you. Sharon, it's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Iced Coffee. I know I said this before, but I absolutely love your name. It is such a cool name. And I'm doing good. I hope everyone else is doing good too. Please let me know how you are in the chat. Hello Onyx, good to see you again. Welcome, welcome. Hello General, lovely to see you. Hair-raising narratives, good to see you. And yes, this is an amazing Fallout stream and I'm so looking forward to bringing my guests on. So, for those who saw the thumbnail previously, there's going to be Frezzman, Maskino, and WeeklyCreeps joining me today. So, it's gonna get chaotic. But that's all part of the fun. That's all part of the fun. Let's see. Laura, lady, teaches us about the Brotherhood stream. Oh no. Hey Deekster, I'm a Fallout of my seat. Nice. Hello Adams, yeah? Yes, a Fallout stream, and you know it. You know it. Hey Fry, it's good to see you. Let's see. Oh, there's the penguins. Penguins. Alright. I think I've said hello. Oh, hello Lynn, I'm sorry. I missed you. I need to make the chat bigger because I can't see. Enhance. 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 Who's tagging me? Just listen to my sweet, sweet ASMR typing right now. So, how's everyone been? Alrighty, let's see. Ooh, hair raising. Yes, that's it. Use the penguins. So, anyone in green is a channel member and they get to use custom emojis. I will be purchasing some more soon. I made a post about it on Twitter. Hang on, where is it? Where is it? Here it is. So if you have any you would like, feel free to post it. Why did I click that? I'm just clicking the most random things today. I'm just like, yeah, just click everything. What could go wrong? There we go. Hey, September, my favorite dragon. Welcome, welcome. Where is... I keep doing this over enthusiasm. Oh! Oh, Sharon, thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. I think you are one of my top donators. I really appreciate that. Adam, you may have a cookie. You may get the potato bake recipe, but I don't know. You have been kind of naughty lately. Onyx says, I'm still but a penniless high schooler. Oh, back in high school. Okay, so Frezzman's ready to go. So I'm just waiting for my guests to wander in and be ready. Ooh, tacos. What I love. So there's a lot of new people here. So this for some people this is going to be my first stream. So yeah, they're in for a bit of a rough time. And oh, Jesus Christ, Weekly, what the hell? Let's see. So everyone, please read the rules. Be nice to my mods. My mods work very hard. They put up with me as well, so that's always tricky. Let's see. Oh yeah, did I advertise? I think I did. Oh yeah, I should do that again. Sorry, I'm just like... So I've been cutting down on coffee, and my world is like just a black abyss right now. So there's that. I'm sure it'll be fine when I get screened. I'm just talking to myself. Alrighty. Yo, yeah. Frezzman is... I'm pretty sure Frezzman is bringing his Rolodex. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so... Okay, I made it too big now. Alright. So we're just waiting on one person to see if they are available. So how is everyone? What's everyone up to? Laura. What? My goodness. My goodness. So, I mean... Oh, why'd I click that? Exactly, Fright. That's just how the good Frezzman is. Just... Let's see. Okay, he's finally here. Alright. So everyone, I'm bringing on my guests. This is going to be awkward. So I'm going to invite each of them to, you know, essentially say hello, introduce themselves a little bit, and then we're going to begin. So also feel free to suggest any Fallout 4 related rant topics as well. And Jesus Christ. Alright. So time to use the interwebs. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait, why are you so loud? Hang on.
Why are you so loud?
Shut up. Okay, everyone's here.
Why are you so quiet?
What?
What have I done?
A whisper stream.
I whisper to you.
Shh.
We're all whispering already.
Alright, shut up. So,
well, we have come on today to take over Lady's channel and start our own ASMR stream.
The ASMR
Coming.
complaining stream.
Please grab your paintbrushes and we will begin to paint a happy little tree.
I'm just gonna mute you up.
So anyway, we need to get our light green so we can start on the bushes. All by coating the canvas with an onyx white.
Weekly, shut up.
Just beat the devil out of it.
Alright, I'm gonna mute you all right now. So, shut up. So, God, who should I introduce first? Okay, Weekly, introduce yourself to the people.
No.
Alright, Maskino, introduce yourself to the people.
No.
Frezzman?
Hi, my name's Frezzman. I'm the accursed host of a small talk show named Demasked. And fun fact, I've interviewed everybody here.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, stop lying, Frezzman.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. You gotta start telling the truth.
Like what? Hang on, wait. I have to change the background. That's not it.
Oh.
Oh no. Where did I put it?
Or here's a better introduction.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Frezzman. I'm 25. I like long walks on the beach, and I'm a cat person.
Hi, Frezzman.
Hi, Frezzman.
All right, can one of you two interview yourself?
As it is, I don't know if I want to go down this rabbit hole.
Interview myself.
No, Frezzman. No, you.
If I interview myself, I don't think that's allowed on YouTube.
I meant to say interview. Not interview, introduce.
Well, I have a website, Maskino, you can post it onto. I just need the link after you do. That's all I require.
Why do you need the link if it's your website?
Just to make sure for posterity's sake.
I don't know. I feel like you're poorly running the thing.
Okay. God damn it. Shut up.
God, this was fast.
You didn't even wait. Like, it wasn't even. It was just like as soon as you were in. Okay,
like I.
Okay, Weekly, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm WeeklyCreeps. I have been alcohol-free for about 2 months. It's been kind of an uphill battle, I know, but if I stick with it, I think I'll be okay.
Okay.
Hi, Weekly.
Boo, quitter.
God damn it, Maskino.
Just that, like, back of the room. Woo!
Okay, Maskino, it's your turn.
Hi, I'm Maskino. Truth is, I've actually been running the Lady Spookaria channel. She's just a figurehead, a front. Honestly, I've been the brainchild behind everything, and you're welcome.
Whatever.
Well, that makes so much sense. So all of the complaints that I've sent to Lady have just been thrown away because you're the one I'm supposed to be sending them to?
Exactly. Yeah.
You have no idea what you've invited into your inbox, Fred.
I've seen the dick pictures. I'm not impressed.
Just, dude.
You ain't seen all the angles.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So,
All right.
how is everybody today?
Still
I
sick.
couldn't hear you. Say again.
Oh, I was just Lady and everybody else. How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing
I'm
okay.
still sick. Yep.
I just got off work, so I'm doing better than I was like 30 minutes ago.
You know what? I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what part of Fallout 4 shall we rant about first? Also, I want to just make a clear note to everyone that we like Fallout 4, but there's a lot of issues with Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
Well, debatable.
Well, I mean,
I guess
we could. Ooh.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say we could just take it, section by section, either gameplay or story or even characters.
So during character creation, what I like to do is, I generally like to start with the shape of the head. I kind of like my character to look like a bit of an egg. But then I'll let you guys explain the eyebrows. What do y'all like?
First name Humpty, last name Dumpty.
Hell yeah.
And then I just constantly find every wall in the game to jump off of.
I do like finding the glitches where they haven't done things right. It's like, oh.
Yeah, you can see more into the abyss.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all want to start off with like the glitches or problems, but I think the first time I ever played, it was during the Deathclaw fight at the very beginning in Quincy.
It was not
somehow
Quincy.
No, it's not Quincy. I'm sorry.
Concord.
What was the name of that town? Concord.
Yep.
How could you forget such a historic location?
Well, because Preston is constantly going, "Hello!" over and over and over, and that's about all I remember of that fight.
Look, all I know is that very first playthrough, I shot Preston.
I tried. It wouldn't let me.
For me, he was just there. I saw him like way out, and I was all like, guy on the roof, that's a sniper. Take him out.
Well, you know how the driving force of Fallout 4 story is to find Sean, your kid?
Mm-hmm.
So...
Oh yeah, there's going to be spoilers in this, by the way, for those who haven't played Fallout 4.
Yeah, it came out
there won't be.
It came out in like 2014, so...
Wasn't it 2016?
Was it? It doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, spoilers for a 4-year-old game, guys.
One of those things that I feel like if you haven't played it yet, you probably won't. And if you still care about spoilers, you should have gone and played it.
I could just imagine someone in my comment section after the stream being like, hey, why didn't you warn us about spoilers?
Oh my god, yeah. Hey, spoilers. Okay. But no, so, finding Sean's the sort of the driving force. So my first playthrough, I played it like I was a dad, which I'm not in real life. But the minute you see Sean get taken, I'm like, all right, time to burn everybody in my path to get to my son. And then, like, when you're helping Preston and the fellas in the Minutemen Museum, I essentially kicked the door down and they're like, hey, you're here to help us. I'm like, where is he?
Yeah, that's what I did too. My first priority was to try to find my kid, and then I was like, oh.
Yeah, I love how easily sidetracked you get. It's like, you need to go to Concord. It's like, all right, there's people there. And then it's like, thank you for saving us.
Like,
now, do you mind building us an entire village to live in? It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
like I didn't sign up for this.
See, that's the problem is I didn't get sidetracked. It was just, hey, can you help us? I go, sure. Where's my son? Well, we need beds, and Mama Murphy needs her chair. And I go, here's your beds and chair. Where's my son?
You guys actually did that? I just left Mama Murphy sitting on some cinder blocks.
Well, I fed her chem addiction until she died.
Oh no! I'm not surprised. That's so terrible.
Oh my god!
Look, she had information, and I'm not addicted to Jet, so it worked out.
I'm not going to use this anyway. Somebody might as well use it who needs it.
Exactly. Who am I to deny a senior citizen their medication?
God damn.
So, Maskino, all I'm hearing is that I want you to be the one that runs the nursing home I get put into.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh yes,
man.
I do.
I recall seeing this, like a clip of somebody playing Fallout 4 where they were at the last boss, but they had saved up all of their jet for like that last fight, and they took all of it at once. just went bananas.
I want to see somebody do that with Jet and Psycho and like maybe Day
Oh.
Tripper, like all at once, just to see how it goes.
Actually, can I get everybody's opinion on something?
Oh yes, we
No.
could ask that their things too.
Well, this goes for chat too. This is sort of screaming out into the ether. But how does everybody feel that Fallout 4 has a voiced protagonist?
I didn't think I'd dig it at first, but it kind of grew on me.
It's okay.
Same.
Like, it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay.
It's definitely different.
Mm.
Like definitely different than what I was expecting, because I came from Fallout 3 and then like Fallout New Vegas where they had nothing. But it's whatever. I like the guy screaming Sean for about 5 minutes towards the end. That was fun.
Well, like, I like, how do I word it? I like that when you interact with characters, you speak, but I don't like the spaces in between where your character's just sort of talking whenever he like interacts with something.
Mhm.
Like you'll find like a piece of clothing and you pick it up and he's like, nice. Just like, I'm like we're standing on a pile of dead bodies. I'm pretty sure dude broing out right now is not the best option.
No,
Why
no,
not?
it is.
It's the best time. It's the most normal time to do it, Frezzman.
It's the only time.
It's the best time.
But so, how do I word it? I like the voice of the protagonist, both the male and female, but I think that the male version does an amazing job when it comes to taking Psycho, because he's just screaming.
Yeah, they were like, go have fun with this.
Yeah,
Like, hey, you ever seen Dragon Ball Z? Yeah, go with that. Go for that.
Well, like I was expecting, some sort of like, video game grunt, when you take Psycho, but the fact that I'm like, hey, I should try this out, and it's just as we're sprinting into battle.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you, when you just take something that basically turns you into a superhuman for, what was it, 30 seconds or whatever?
I do drink the occasional Red Bull, yeah.
That would be the equivalent of like drinking a Red Bull, shooting adrenaline straight into your eyeballs, and then just like skydiving immediately afterwards. It's probably the same equivalent to adrenaline rush.
Aerosolized, aerosolized adrenaline. There we go.
Okay, so who was everyone's most annoying companion character?
That's a tough one, because there really wasn't one that I hated. I guess Strong was probably my least played, but I don't think I really hated any of them.
I actually don't think I ever used Strong.
Yeah, like maybe I used them once after the story.
I don't really have a reason. I was just like, no thanks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
No muties allowed.
Oh no. I I think I didn't like Kate,
What?
but it was more so her dialogue where she's just kind of complaining every time you do something.
Well, if you
Hey,
do
we're
something
with
nice.
me.
Well, it's like, hey, we're gonna go find my son. And she's like, ugh, I guess. I'm like, I'm like, I literally recruited you for this job. Why are you complaining?
Well, technically, you didn't recruit her. You just took over her contract.
Yeah,
There's
I
a bit of a
bought her.
difference there.
Oh yeah, that's
there's
true.
a bit of a difference there.
But then I sent her to like. So to be completely honest, I can barely remember where I sent her. So in
no.
my current playthrough, all of my preferred companions are hanging out at the Red Rocket gas station. They're all like intermingling and hanging out with each other. Kate, I don't know where she is. No, nor do I know where Sean is right now.
You're a terrible parent, Frezzman.
I
An
don't
absolutely
know where.
terrible parent.
Well, mostly because I'm mad at that whole twist.
Understandably.
All I'm hearing is that you abandoned them, Frezzman. That's all I'm hearing, and that's all I need to
Yeah.
know about you.
Yeah,
Tells
What a
me
monster.
everything.
I'm willing to accept that.
Yeah,
Well-
I'm willing to accept that I'm a horrible monster. Yeah.
I know.
So, Laura says, Preston, just shut up, Preston. I don't care about your settlements. Yeah,
Yep,
see, that's
yep.
one thing that absolutely annoyed me about the Minutemen. I'm the general. I should be sending other people out to do stuff. Why am I being sent out to do everything?
Yeah, that made no sense to me. It was like you need to start taking care of all the high end decisions here. High end decisions being we send you to go shoot at some raiders.
It's funny because like, did y'all ever play any of the Nuka World DLC?
No,
I
Yeah.
did.
I didn't.
You didn't, lady. That would like, you are the prime example of somebody I would say would enjoy it.
What's that supposed to mean?
You love chaos.
How do I love chaos?
Damn.
Played video games with you. I'm looking at your
See,
chat.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not that bad. How am I chaotic in video games?
You've
Okay.
set me on fire.
That was
You've
on
blown me up,
purpose.
set me on fire, thrown me off a cliff, sent mutated cannibals after me. I'm pretty sure there's probably a few times where you beat me with somebody else's leg. I mean, do I need to go on?
But that was a sign of friendship, just beating you with some random cannibal's leg.
You
I don't
shot
just do that
Steve.
to anyone.
And
In
then
Australia is a strange thing.
in playing GTA, you're leaning out a window, firing a machine gun into a crowd, and you go, I don't know why the cops are mad at me.
Why are you shooting at me? I'm not doing anything. Gosh.
Why you do that?
And here I was, just minding my own Second Amendment right.
Mhm.
I also now have a battle axe on GTA, and it's the most fun thing to use.
Yeah, the minute I showed her how to access the melee weapons, she just ran up to a civilian and just cut them down. I'm like, oh.
Now, don't teach her how to
Well.
do the melee moves on motorcycles then.
Ooh.
Well, no, like I'm standing there across the street, essentially with my hands in my pockets, going, "Well, I've made a mistake."
Mhm. Mhm.
It's all about deniability.
You know, I think at this point, plausible deniability just went out of the window.
I didn't know she was going to do that, Your Honor.
I'm not that bad, I swear.
Swear to
Well-
who? Because whoever you're swearing to, you're lying to.
So to swerve way back onto Fallout,
Oh yes.
I like Kate specifically. It's something about like my most recent playthrough, I play it as how I would interact with the people, like the actual companions. So like Hancock's a weirdo, but I'd hang out with him because he seems like he wouldn't lie to you, if that makes sense. Like he's a
Yeah.
backstabbing a-hole, but he's like, the minute he makes a friend, he's like, cool, I'm on your side.
Well, that's not true. You never see him stab anyone in the back. He stabs that one guy in the front.
Yeah,
Looking him right in the eye
for-
when he doesn't.
Yeah.
yeah, for mean mugging you right when you walk into Good Neighbor.
Unless
you
you,
don't.
unless you're like me and you're just like, oh, you're threatening me, and instantaneous legendary shotgun shots until you're no longer moving.
Yeah, I don't think I ever gave Hancock the option to kill him. I think he was already dead by the time he recognized.
I did
You're
once
being
because
blackmailed.
I didn't want to be the one that shot and basically made all the good neighbors shoot me. But then I realized, you know what? I could just kill a good neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole like how I interact with people, one conversation signed the death warrant of the entire Brotherhood of Steel.
You are
I see
such
no
a
problem with
psycho.
this.
No, I'm kidding. I
Well-
agree with you. Never
well,
mind.
no. What's weird is the conversation wasn't with Maxon, it wasn't with Proctor Tegan or any of the the main soldiers, or even what's his name? Oh no, Dance. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so I'm talking to think it was it might have been Proctor Tegan that signed the death warrant. The merchant that you can buy armor pieces from.
Egan, yeah.
So I was starting my horrifying armor collection, which we can get into later if you'd like. But we're standing there.
No. Tell people about your power armor.
Well, hold on. I'll end this one and then jump into that. But
Okay.
so he's like, hey man, you come here really often and you buy a lot of stuff. He's like, I have a job for you. Can you do something for me? And I go, sure. And he goes, well, the Brotherhood needs more resources, but what we need you to do is go down to the farmers surrounding the Pridwin and essentially take their crops and bring them back to us because we need them more than those starving farmers do. And in that one conversation, I'm like, oh, you have to go. You all have to go.
I don't think you realize just the importance that the Brotherhood of Steel holds in that game, Frez. I don't think you fully grasp it.
Well, tell it
Same.
to the smoldering crater.
You should
I
be
will.
You should have been able to take over the Pridwin. You should have been able to take every faction's
Oh,
stuff after you crushed them.
Yeah.
That was
so
one
mad.
thing that stupidly annoyed me, was not being able to side and or just completely take over factions that you wanted to. Like that's the thing they were going for, was like that. Oh, you have freedom to do whatever. You could become the head of whatever, take over whatever, do or change whatever. But only like maybe 5% of the entire game you could do that.
Mm.
Well, the faction system's so strange in Fallout 4 to the point where I was playing through every faction to that sort of terminus of like the last decision before the end of the game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I got to that part with the Railroad, the Institute, and the Brotherhood of Steel. Because the Minutemen, who cares? Like,
Wow.
how do I word it?
I'm
the
disgusted
Minutemen,
by you, Frezzman.
the
Love you
Minutemen
just
are
that much more, Frez, don't worry.
well. How do I word it? The Minutemen are the morally the best thing for the Wasteland, but functionally are ineffective.
That is true. I agree with that.
And so what I would do is I'd work with them, and I became, the general and all that, and I'd help Preston and anybody nearby. But then when it came to the larger decisions, I would stick sort of with the Railroad alongside the Minutemen. But then when it's like, you need to choose, brother in the Brotherhood of Steel, and what was the fight near the end where you're either on the Railroad side or the Brotherhood
when they were
side?
trying to take him over, yeah.
Hey,
Well,
I think the Railroad has just such a terrible turn when it comes to that part of it, where it's like, you've been doing really good at all these sneaky operations we keep telling you to do, but now we need you to do a direct assault on a heavily armed and well-trained militia with the greater technology than us. We know we've been spending all this time telling you that we're very downtrodden and we're just trying to help Sense get freedom, but we now need you to wage a one-man war. Like, excuse me?
The entire game we've been waging a one-man war.
Yeah, but like for the Railroad though, it's just we can't continue our operations as long as the Brotherhood's here. It's like, really? Because I've been on good terms with them just from not being in their way or mutated. I feel like we could continue to help get them out of there, or maybe we should go, I don't know, maybe take out the Institute, the ones that are actively causing the enslavement of the synths. Maybe I got the goals a little askewed here, but I don't feel like attacking a bunch of dudes in power armor that say they hate us but haven't actively done anything to harm us.
But what
The
if
level of
I
passion.
want to go get irradiated and become mutated? What then? Huh? Who's gonna side with me if I'm the mutant?
I'm having this image in my head of like Maskino standing over Father's corpse, just like, what am I supposed to do?
So, sorry, son, but this lady in the underground bunker said that they had a really tough time and that I needed to kill you. So, I just went with it.
Yeah, that's pretty messed
And that's
up.
fair.
I've never actually
So-
finished the storyline because I just didn't like it. Once I found out what I had to do, I'm like, no, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
want to
fair.
do this. Like, I just.
Yeah, all right. Now I need to go. Now that I know you haven't finished the game, I can't be in this conversation.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can't believe you brought us here on a false pretenses. Let's go, guys.
No,
Yeah, all right, I'll see you
stay
later.
there.
What the hell? Why?
All right.
He left the call. But so
Oh my God.
so you know that sort of final conversation that you have with Father, if you don't outright kill him, where he's on like in his deathbed, and you can like sort of discuss the morals of what you've just done, that sort of thing. Anybody?
Well, I mean, with some of the stuff they make you do anyway, like taking out certain villages or colonies, or even like some synth colonies themselves, the moral problem is kind of irrelevant at that point. It doesn't really matter what your morals are. One side or the other requires you to do something that's technically immoral.
Actually, do you know what part of Fallout 4 has the worst moral conundrum? Because the good solution is a secret.
Oh, wait.
It's the Nuka World DLC,
Oh.
because you become the leader of the Raiders, and the entire time they're like, hey, we're gonna just annihilate the wasteland, we're gonna destroy the Commonwealth. Aren't you excited for that? And your character's like, I guess. Like, you rarely get an option to say no, but I had to look it up. It wasn't presented to me, but they're like, yeah, you just say the word, we're gonna march on the wasteland and destroy the Minutemen. And I'm sitting there sweating, just, and apparently if you like walk into the market nearby, there's like one person that's like, hey, you could just kill all the raider leaders and walk out of here. And I go, sick.
Yep. And I like how they made it to be just like some random person instead of like one of the main characters or one of the generals in the raider community. Like, hey, so I found a better option. No, it's just some random NPC in the corner. Like, hey, bro, you know something you want to do?
No, if I remember correctly, it's one of the slaves at the market that's just like, I know that you just took over as boss and all, but if you ever have a change of heart, you could just kill everyone that's enslaving us. That'd be really neat of you.
Can
You
what
could
I
if,
was trying to avoid using that word, but yeah.
You could just burn it down if you wanted.
can someone
Yeah.
smack the spammer, please? Mods. Hey,
You
Kawhi.
telling me they let somebody out of here? Somebody out of their cave? Who is it?
It's the
You there.
I don't know.
I see
Don't
him.
say their name, you'll summon
Yeah,
them.
Never move.
I got it.
Laura says, "Finish the game, lady."
Yeah, lady, come on, finish the game.
And
I am on the side of
and-
Laura. You have to finish the game, lady, and you got to do it right now before we finish this conversation.
no,
Oh,
I should
don't worry,
I
it
should
won't be
live
that long.
stream me playing it, and then people can just see the chaos live.
In
In
us,
action.
in us heckling the entire time.
You know what? I can
What did
see
you
that
do?
happening
Step
too.
on that coin. Step on it right there. That landmine, you didn't step on it hard enough. It didn't kill you.
Shoot him!
Kawhi says she doesn't have power armor. Of course, she doesn't finish storylines.
Why? I think me and you are going to be friends. You right?
Speaking-
I love the Brotherhood's ending though,
Oh,
The one that you side with them, or the one where you just
Yeah.
obliterate them?
where you
Oh,
sided
okay.
with them. I really like their ending. It is I don't know, it was just such a great power trip to be you and your whole squad of power armor boys with heavy weapons going down the street, killing everything in sight when Liberty Prime just keeps spouting patriotic lines and literally throwing nukes at like a Yao Guai that just so happened to be crossing the road. That was my favorite part, was just that part right there, going to the Institute and then just busting in and being like, "Hey son, it's been over 60 years. How you been? Daddy's home." And then bang.
Well, let me ask you, did you do that while screaming America? Because if you
Of
didn't,
course.
that is the incorrect way to play it. Because that's exactly
Well,
what I did, and there is no other way to play it.
He kicks the door down and he's draped in a Brotherhood of Steel flag.
Just looking like some kind of superhero out of a book. Just, guess who?
Wearing it as a cape.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically
Well,
like
is that
that one Enclave animation
Oh,
where they're all just like waving at him and then the minigun just spins up.
Uh-huh.
that was pretty much my ending for the Brotherhood, was just like, it's like, yeah, you know, I had my doubts, but I think this is the one. I think we found the right ending.
You know, I agree.
Well,
Nothing nothing
Well,
like
so-
killing a bunch of nerds in a hole, am I right, boys?
Oh, you know it.
bunch of dorks.
God damn.
That's a lot of words. Too bad I ain't reading them.
I can't
That's
read. And then you power up
that's a
your
nice
your
one.
minigun.
Like you,
That's
I'm
a nice
playing
lab
Fallout
coat.
4. You think I can read?
I could just imagine us going through the waste and just, oh no.
Well, so speaking of power armor,
Oh, here we go.
it's happening. But so
Okay, everybody buckle in. You're gonna be there for a while.
Oh God, no!
I'm just gonna
no,
grab my
like,
coffee. I should just open up my
Mhm.
chocolate and just start eating. Actually, that's a good idea.
I'll keep it relatively short, but
Can you?
Wait,
I-
Prez, before you start, can I order DoorDash?
yeah. But I essentially
Oh.
started my own faction, or that turned into its own religion. And so I began to, on my most recent playthrough, started to collect power armor, and I would go. So I wouldn't use the power armor for missions. I would use them like you would use like a sports car. Like you wouldn't drive it everywhere, but you park it and then you keep it on hand just in case you need it. And so the Red Rocket gas station up by Sanctuary, if anybody in the chat knows what I'm talking about, has that sort of semicircle roof. And as of the last time I checked, I have 184 full suits of power armor lining the roof of that gas station with, like, I want to say 3 full layers. And the idea was, and this is what brought about the death of the Brotherhood, is that the Church of the Armor functions as like the Minutemen, but far more effective. So you call us, we'll come help, and then we leave. That's it. You need the help, we give the help. And when, Tegan's like, hey man, you should go get those rations from the farmers. I'm like, oh, this goes against my beliefs. Time to burn this down. And I want you to know that there was a moment of profound terror and also knowledge that I'm about to gain a lot more power armor when I turned against the Brotherhood and they did that final assault at the castle.
Go on.
I'm watching the vertibirds roll in from the horizon, and I'm like, I'm gonna collect every piece of armor off of all of their bodies. Let
this
them come.
image of Frezzman standing on a hill watching the vertibird come in, and he just starts sweating, going, armor.
Let them come.
No, so Frezzman showed us his stash of power armor, and I'm like, his computer was lagging that much. There was that much armor sitting on top.
Yeah.
And he's like, look at them. They're different colors. And I'm like, you can build different ones with light, stands with lights and everything. He's like, what? Oh, I'm like, what have I done?
So I only have one stand that has the light on it, and that is for my personal suit of power armor. But all of those up there serve as a warning. And so it literally got to a point where I want to say in the Nuke World DLC, I went back to the Commonwealth, put on my power armor, had Hancock put on a suit of power armor, and then I have DLC that gives you what's called the Sentinel Armor, which is a sentient suit of power armor that walks around by itself. but it also functions as its own companion. So now you have 2 people with you. And so we just show back up at Nuka World, 3 giant suits of armor. And I'm like, hey, guess what? What I'm saying is, if you come to the Commonwealth, or excuse me, the version of the Commonwealth that has the Church of the Armor, you have no chance.
Just know that if you happen to find any random suit of power armor and you don't turn it over to him, you're gonna die. There's like a 95% chance of it happening. The other 5% is that you'll join.
You just imagine
if you live.
You just imagine Frezzman shop like, hello, I see you have power armor. It's like, yes. Frezzman's just there, like, just smiling at you, going like, can I have it? Can I?
Well,
Can I?
Well, with Nuka World, it was just like, we're gonna wipe away the Commonwealth. I'm like, cool. I will be right back. See you in a minute.
They're still waiting to this day. He hasn't gone back.
Well, just imagine, like, guy not wearing power armor shows up with in full power armor, full pink power armor, and followed by 2 people.
Maskino, are you okay? You've been very quiet.
Yeah, I'm just muting myself because I still have the coughs.
Oh, global issue. Thank you for joining us despite global issue, by the way. Greatly appreciate it.
Don't mute, I want to hear it.
Disgusting.
This is an ASMR stream, after all.
Oh, geez.
It's only yours, don't worry.
ASMR steals your power armor.
Well, okay. So there's a weird AI problem with the Brotherhood Paladins, where if you sneak up behind them and if they're in their power armor, you can pickpocket out the fusion core, and for some reason that makes them automatically jump out of their armor.
I love doing that.
I was gonna say that's not a bug. That's a feature, baby.
That's a feature. And then you shoot them in the back of the head when it happens. Pardon?
All right, I want to backtrack for a second. So I've just been, like, the entire time I've been talking, I've been thinking about the power armor ASMR thing, and the only thing I'm able to come up with is Frezzman just sitting close to the mic, like, "Hey, I like that armor. Can I have it?" It's just for like an hour.
Welcome to my collection. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Like for the whole.
No, you describe each. No, you describe each piece like, so this piece, A90.
It's like the antique channel.
It's really in a sense. So
what we have here is
this
a very nice
design.
piece of XO1 winterized power armor. As you can see, it was a relic of the time before the Great War, and has recently gone through a bit of a makeover and is now looking quite spiffy, if I do say myself.
And here is the full suit of XO1 Nuka-Cola Quantum Power Armor I liberated from Nuka World. Don't go there, it's an irradiated wasteland now.
Imagine you getting way too into it, being like, depending on your barter skill, you can get this for $4.99, $99.
Also, I
like inflation.
I like how you're now using the term liberate. I that's a good one. I use that term frequently.
Yeah, we all use that term frequently.
Of course.
You know, you liberate things in games, money from pockets.
Remember, I've never played a thief character. I've only acquired all my wealth.
So, well, the thing is, this is how far the madness went when it came to power armor, because it got
told
to a
us
point.
about it?
Well, that too, but I started the Nuka World DLC, and there is one suit, or excuse me, two. I want to say for the entire park. There's the regular Nuka-Cola suit. That's the T51 armor set, and then there's the Nuka-Cola Quantum. In the space like exploration section. And the problem is, the minute I walked into the room and saw the quantum suit, I'm like, oh, nothing else matters. I'm gonna get that suit. And they're like, hey, can you help us with these rations? I'm like, don't care. Get in that suit.
I approve.
But then I learned
your issues now, or my second concern.
So Adam asked a really good question, and he asked, why is the currency bottle capped? So in the world, purified water is a very rare resource.
Mhm.
So that's what it's based on.
Well, not only that, but the original currency was bottle caps, just because of the abundance of them. Paper
That's
money and other coin currency wasn't available after the Great War, but because of companies like Nuka-Cola and Vim, there was a large amount of them left, and also just deposits of them in like gas stations, grocery stores, or whatever. So
Also,
traders started.
Caps the Sunset Sarsaparilla.
Mm-hmm.
If you
But
find
they
a Blue
started.
Star bottle cap, that's pretty rare.
Yeehaw, partner!
Oh, I
Ugh.
love Fallout New Vegas.
That was the biggest disappointment I've ever felt in a video game. I just gotta
That's
throw
it.
that out there.
What do you mean, bro? You got a nifty little star on your chest.
No. What is this, kindergarten?
No.
Don't need no freaking gold star. You did a good job. I don't care.
I'm
I
just gonna
became
like,
a sheriff's a good spring. You respect my authority.
I'll just send you like a
My
gold star,
authority.
like nothing else. Like, here you go.
Expect my authority.
Ah.
What was I saying? I was talking about something. Anyway, yeah, that concludes my thought process.
well, what was it? Like the power armor thing became so. Okay, so I found a map, like a full detailed map that shows where every suit of power armor that you can find out in the wild is.
Mm.
Like not the ones procured from shops from Diamond City, Atomic Cats, Pridwin, that sort of thing, but it's ones that you can find in like the military bases, and there's like one down at the bottom of a lake that you can find. I have cleared that map in its entirety to the point where I got into the dev room and stole the power armor from the dev room. Yeah.
Frezzman, I worry about you a lot sometimes.
Wait. Weren't you showing me how to get into the dev room? Because you're
Yes!
like, look what I found.
Wait, I was there
There's
too.
more. Yeah, I'm showing you both.
Mhm.
Like, look what's in here, and like, there's more power armor. I'm stealing it.
Like,
Because
don't
it
you-
wasn't just
it's like, don't you
one
have
set; it
this
was
already?
multiple.
Yeah, like he was stealing everything. Like anything he could get his hands on. He's like, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. Like, I'm the same way,
Well-
but I'm just judging you right now.
Truth
Well,
is, this is actually an intervention for Frezzman and his power armor.
Yeah, this is
This whole thing was brought together for him.
hang on, I
Frezzman,
should
we
change. Wait.
Frezzman, we need to stop. You need to stop collecting power armor. It needs to end.
Look, Frezzman, you're not just hurting yourself, but you're hurting the people around you. Think about how much time you didn't dedicate to talking to them that you dedicated to talking to your power armor. Now, how do you think that really makes them feel? Your
Well,
silence
fun
is
is,
everything.
like, oh my god. Well, no. What's even worse is I figured out a way to effectively get more and more power armor, and it's worked so far because you like shops replenish every 24 hours.
Mhm.
And so I do a circuit. I
Adam
go
Cat.
to
Sorry.
well no so you go, what's up?
There was like a loud beeping thing. Like my computer went, "Arr!" And
Oh,
everyone else
it's
Telling
would
you
have
it
heard
needs
it
to be
too.
cleaned, needs new thermal paste and RAM.
Wow. I do, but you don't need to like point it
Gotta
out.
download more RAM.
Hey guys, can you spam in the chat that lady needs to get new RAM and clean her computer? I've been after her about it for a good year now and she hasn't done any of it. I need y'all to help bully me into helping her.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I
how hard
appreciate
is
it,
it to
thank
clean
you.
your computer, lady? Just pour some water on it and let it go through the
Oh
holes and boom.
jeez.
Did you think that
You
public
normally still
shaming
use
would be part
water?
of this stream?
Of course.
I use Coca-Cola. Y'all need to get with the time, man.
Bro, that's gonna make it all sticky inside. That's disgusting.
I could
You're
just
gross.
imagine me about to clean, like, showing you like on video, like, okay, this is what I'm doing, and you've been there going, no, lady, stop.
It
What
was
are
a
you
joke. It was a joke.
like? Are you sure?
You know, I won't criticize you. I'm just gonna watch you destroy it, and then afterwards be
Same.
like, "Hey, so this is exactly where you messed up."
Ah, you would do that too.
And the first step is you've listened to us.
Every
Mhm.
tweet you make, and you're like, I can't help but notice it still says
Okay,
sent from
wait.
my iPhone.
Wait, look at this. Look at this.
Oh no.
Just look at it, please.
I'm afraid to look.
No,
Oh no.
Laura, I agree. Download more RAM. I completely agree.
So the route nowadays is to go to the Atom Cats and buy a frame with the full set of Adam Cat's armor, because they sell like top to bottom, all the full, you know, the full shebang, if you will, and then any spare helmets or parts that they have on hand. And I'll have my companion climb into that one, and then we fast travel to Diamond City, buy another frame and whatever piece. I think they usually only have like one or two pieces, and then I'll go to Good Neighbor and get like even more pieces, and then just bring it back home and like, hey man, I'm gonna need you to hop out of your power armor. Oh,
I'm very curious what it would be like to be a companion in any video game you play. It would be very interesting.
You would be
Keeps
treated
making
very
me buy
well.
more armor.
You'd be treated very well because I'm very careful with my companions, unless you're Kate.
No, like for me, they're primarily pack horses and human shields.
Of course.
Never mind, Frez. I take that back. I'd be more terrified of hers.
Why?
You just said you use them as human shields. What do you mean, why?
Oh.
Also, in the chat here, Jackson asked, "This is for Hockey Mask, whose name I can't remember. Sorry, I imagine a spider crawling in your power armor going under your mask. Just remembered you hate spiders." Well, hello, Jackson. We've met a handful of times. It's totally fine. I'm terrible with names myself, but my name's Frezzman. It's nice to meet you. Hello.
He's not a Hockey Mask guy.
I mean, that's fair.
I think that should be Frezzman's new name, Hockey Mask
No.
Guy. Yes.
Mhm.
I'm gonna refer to you that as on every stream.
I'm just gonna
Hockey
refer to you
Mask
as
Guy.
Guy. I'm gonna refer to you as Guy. I gotta shorten it down to a nickname.
What's up, guy?
HMG.
I have a hard enough time getting people to say Frezzman without it being Freezman.
Freezer Man.
Frozerman? Frozerman.
Friesman. Man Frez.
Fries.
Fallen Man?
Frezzles Men.
Forced Man.
The Freeze Man version of that has been a problem since I got the name.
Didn't
I don't know
call
how
you
many voice
Freezeman?
messages. Yeah, I was like, I don't know how many messages I've sent you, Frez, with just me saying Freezer Man just to annoy you.
Well, no, like I've had that name since like 2009, and I'd be playing a game and it's like, hey, Freeze Man. I'm like, no, it's wrong.
The people can't really mess my name up. They just say Weekly or Creeps, and either one, I'm still going to ignore you, so it works.
But I call you WeeklyCreeps.
Oh,
And I still ignore you.
You do. You do.
now Laura making a good point in the chat. Freeze Bell Chan. I like this. Not like
Throwing a Chan in there. You don't get that.
No, that's his name in my server. Freeze Belchan, the anime girl.
Oh no.
I'll change it. I got you.
Oh no, nice.
What happens if I get a rock in my power armor shoe?
Get a new rock pad.
You just hear, like, imagine a rattling going with each step. So we'll be all walking the wasteland, and I'll hear like, can someone get that shit out of their power armor? And it's like, I don't know.
Frezzman turns into a walking wind chime.
Dude, I just had an image in my head that like that'd actually be terrifying.
That would be
Like-
terrifying.
Like, say you're like a raider in like Libertalia, like the boat, complex.
Mm-hmm.
But you're sitting around huffing some jet or whatever you do in your spare time, and
Don't assume what I do.
on the wind you just hear like ting 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 ting. It's just getting louder and louder, and you just see me wandering towards you.
So do you guys ever play with mods, or have you played with any of the mods for Fallout 4, New Vegas, or 3?
I've only
course.
used mods for Fallout 4.
Okay. Have you used any of like the horror mods?
No, I have
No.
not.
Yeah.
I mainly
Okay.
like building settlements and yelling at the settlers for not doing their jobs properly. And then they're
One
like,
you would like?
Hmm?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, like, they don't do their jobs properly. It's like, well, you know what I hate is they get attacked and like, oh, we need your help. It's like, you've got 1 million turrets. If you can't survive, that's your problem at this point.
Yeah, I hate that. I don't mind the idea of settlements randomly getting attacked, But I hate that the game expects you to drop exactly what you're doing and rush out to go and just be there, despite how much defenses you have for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no matter what, if you build a wall around the entire place and put all these guns up and all these traps and all this other stuff, it doesn't matter. If you're not there for it, there's a chance that, golly gee gosh, they just destroyed our water purifier, and now we don't have any water. How could you abandon us, General?
But it's also like some of the
Yeah.
enemy spawn points are inside where you can build as well. So like you could build like a wall and they spawn inside your base anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like
The
this
thing
is
I don't like
dumb.
about their
Oh,
the thing
sorry.
I don't really like is their freaking timing system. So have you guys kind of looked into how they time for those attacks?
No.
Okay,
No.
so it's a small math equation that basically takes the amount of time that it would take to walk to that settlement and attack it. But if you fast travel, there's a chance that it will miscalculate and be already over by the time you make it to the village.
Neat.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But so what I was saying about mods is, lady, you would like one called Sim Settlement. It basically just makes the whole like settlement building a whole lot more fluid and makes sense.
Woo. Okay. I'll look that up.
Yeah, but I was thinking because like the whole horror thing, because anytime I play Fallout 4 now, it has to be modded. I've played it in vanilla so many times, and the ones that I usually end up playing with is called Pilgrim, and it's a horror mod. I think I've shown it to you actually.
I think so.
Yeah.
Tell
It's-
everyone about it.
Sure, it's called Pilgrim. It's a horror mod.
A bit more detail. God damn.
Period. Done.
So basically what it does is, have you guys ever seen, played, or heard of Silent Hill? I'm not going to look at the answers, but if it's yes, then imagine that atmosphere. If the answer is no, Google it.
Pretty similar. The one I've been doing is the Whispering Hills mod.
Oh, that one's nice too. Is that the one that does the custom atmosphere and weathers, or is it just the looks?
No, it's got custom weather and stuff too. It adds monsters in its own quest line.
Oh, nice.
And you actually go to Midwich, and it has like all the original textures and stuff.
And what was it called?
Whispering Hills.
Whispering Hills. Okay.
It replaces all the ambient music and stuff. Monsters. Some monsters. I mean, there's still a lot of the like default monsters and stuff, but it adds custom monsters as well. I mean, they're mostly ghoul reskins, but as far as I've found, that's pretty much most monster mods anyway.
Have you seen or have you heard of the Dunwich Horrors?
In the game?
Mhm.
Like, it's really creepy. So the first time I sort of went into it was in Fallout 3, and it was just like
So there's a mod that you can download that basically turns it into this Lovecraftian horror show, and it's really cool.
Well, so for my Fallout, I've had a bad experience with Fallout mods before, so I'm sort of, gun shy about downloading anything. But it was like a simple. If I remember, it was for Fallout New Vegas, and it was a mod to turn, I want to say, NCR troopers into stormtroopers. Like that was literally it, and it broke my game to the point where I had to reinstall everything. And so I'm like looking at the mod page for Fallout 4. I'm like, but then I saw one that I had to get, and I'm waiting for the sound of all three of you judging me.
I do it silently.
Of course, it has to do with power armor, but it's not a like reskin. It adds a new suit of power armor to the game from, if I remember, the channel's called Shoddycast Adventures, or the Fallout Storyteller series.
Oh, I love that series.
And it adds the armor of the Storyteller.
I like the Storyteller.
And
Is
if
he
I
still
remember,
around?
I'm not sure, but if
No,
I
I
remember
don't
the
think-
model,
Sorry, I don't think Shoddy Cast is still doing that.
Shame.
but I believe the armor designation is like T46, if I recall. But what it does is it doesn't just give you that suit; it like disperses pieces of it throughout the wasteland for you to go find. Like you find the frame with like a leg piece out behind. You know where Vault 111 is, like way up in north. Like if you keep going into the forest where it's all like burnt out, there's a suit of power armor standing out there now.
Okay. Is it just the
Yeah.
frame or the actual full set of armor?
It's the frame with like I would say a leg piece, and then like you go to your house after it's been bombed out and you find like the helmet, and then like the Red Rocket gas station has like an arm, and then like different parts of the map have like pieces that you can bring it together. And I collected all those, and I now so you know where the actual rocket on the Red Rocket gas station is, how it's like on that big stand. It's like the what's it called? The storyteller's armor isn't part of the rows of armor. It's standing under the Red Rocket, like sort of a pride of place thing.
Wait, is it in the is it in the molehill?
Molehill.
The one
no,
that's under the first Red Rocket?
No. It's like the piece is like sitting in the garage.
Oh, okay. So like it's been worked on.
Yeah, like somebody dropped it and left it there.
Mm-hmm.
But it also adds the storyteller himself, and he's fully voiced, which is the baffling part. Because he'll actually like, "Hey, how's it going?" as you walk up to him. And like I thought I was hallucinating for a second there.
Watch, we're gonna download the mod, and this gonna have no voiced lines in it at all.
Oh god.
It'll be like,
Well, no.
we'll be there going, Frezzman, you okay?
Well, no, because the mod page isn't really clear that they've added the storyteller himself. It just kind of says the armor, like that's what's been added. And you find him out in Diamond City, and so I'm like wandering around Diamond City helping people with their problems, and I look over and there's a guy in a giant like sleek black suit of power armor walking around a corner. I'm like, huh? What the fuck's that?
Yeah, but we help everybody with their problems. Why does nobody help me with mine?
Yeah.
Kind of selfish.
And also so the storyteller has a line that makes me feel guilty for like having him stay at the Red Rocket gas station.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know when you like dismiss a companion, you're like, "Hey, I need you to go here," and they're like, "All right, see you later, I guess."
Yeah.
Like he makes a allusion to like you're currently making a story that he's gonna tell to somebody later on. And
It was once this madman who just collected power armor.
collected power armor and partook in mild cannibalism.
Oh yeah, see, that's something
Same.
you need to remember is that Frezzman is a cannibal in most games. In every single
That'll
game
allow
I've
an
played with
option.
him.
He is a cannibal,
Yeah. And I'm just like, what are you doing?
and I'm very proud of him, honestly.
Cromch. But no, when I'm like, "Hey man, I need you to stay here," and he goes, "Oh man, the story was just getting good." I'm like, "Oh, okay, you can come with me."
Guilt trips you into making sure that he can follow.
Yeah, I'm like, "All right, fine."
like he's not even real, and you're like, okay, I'm sorry.
I also love how all of the different companions have different voice lines for cannibalism. Like if they witness you eat somebody, like Hancock's like, "Do what you had to, I guess."
I mean, that makes sense for him, though.
Yeah, and like even the storyteller is just like, I mean, sure. He's like, he's not using it.
I mean, that is a very fair and accurate description.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just.
I mean, it's fresh, so like.
Still warm, even if you do it fast enough.
Granted, playing Fallout 76 with you two is hilarious.
I've got no idea what you possibly mean. No, actually, no.
Played that game in
Frezzman.
my life.
Oh, Frezzman somehow always just doesn't. He does really well, even though he does like the most stupid things, and it makes me so angry. Like he'll walk up like with like a random outfit with no armor on, and just be like just punching, like trying to punch his
He
death
takes
claw
down a
in the
death
face.
claw with a boxing glove, and I've died twice. Lady's blown up a car, didn't even know what was going on, and Frezzman's over there with a boxing glove and beats it.
Yep. Oh no. Sometimes friends are like, I'm on fire. I'm dying.
It's your fault though. You're the reason you light him. He gets lit on fire so much.
How
No,
could this keep happening?
No,
Yeah, oh
I have-
no, darn, it's happening again.
Wait,
Well,
I have a picture.
Well, the image I have in my mind for whenever I think about us playing Fallout 76 is you two standing in camp counting bullets.
Wait.
Like you're both like hunched over a table and you're just like, all right, I've got like 30, 45
Look-
rounds.
Look
I've
at
got
the
some
look at the chat.
what happened?
Just look at the chat. Just look at it, please.
What am I looking at? What happened?
Wait, it should There we go. That's
The stream or the chat?
the stream.
You
said
the
chat.
Or did I? Oh, sorry. Well, just look at the look.
I see the chat's up on my other monitor, so I'm staring at like what happened? Where?
Look at the stream. Look at the picture on the stream.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yep. So basically, Frezzman was
Yeah.
just posing, and I was throwing Molotovs at him so we could get a good shot.
And then I'm over there just going, what the hell, guys? Shit.
Wearing priest robes and waxing poetic about the Church of the Armor whilst I beat things to death with my bare hands.
We're
Hey.
like, guys.
Hey, getting spooky. Welcome to the chaos.
Well, but this image I have is you two like, you know, trading bullets. Like, okay, I need 5.56 rounds. Okay, you need 45s, and I'm over in the corner just duct taping a boxing glove to my hand.
Putting on
You're right
like
with
just
you.
like spikes or nails at the being and like being on the end of it, and you're like, you know what, this is fine. This will work. Whatever.
This will work great. And like, well, like how I word it, didn't we beat the what's it called? The it's not the Charleston Beast.
The Mothman?
No, it's that giant like
The Grafton Beast or monster?
Grafton. Yes. Like Weekly and Lady are like up on a hill sniping it. I'm just decking it in the face.
Oh, and he's so good at it. Just something just going, and there's like,
Well, my-
no, and then it's always, you guys have any food? Lady, do you have any food? Weekly, do you have any food?
So Frezzman's that kid you take on vacation that sits in the back seat being like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. You should have brought food, but I wanted your food.
Well,
Yep.
now that I have the cannibalism perk, that problem has been removed.
No, you still do it. I think you do it just to annoy us. You do it to see just how long the it goes.
Oh wait,
for.
no. Oh wait, no. So in the forest, that's a horrifying problem. But in Fallout 76, like it immediately refills your food meter when you have the cannibalism perk. And so the minute everybody's dead, you guys are like, hey, look, I found, you know, fusion cores and whatnot. I'm just like crouched over a body, just consuming it.
Yeah, and it's like it barely had a chance to hit the ground before you're like,
Yeah, it's,
Fine.
it's like Frez. All right, whatever. It's so normal now. Like, and then, well, I was gonna say we should bring up the Philip thing, but like this is going to go down a whole other rabbit hole. But I don't know whether
you have
we're
enough
ready
time for that.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Yeah. There's a whole legacy to work through.
I think this stream has just turned into like us just mildly bullying
Shaming
Frezzman
me.
and just be like, yeah, this is the Frezzman shaming stream. Like just
Skino, jump in. I feel
Jay.
lonely doing this.
Shame.
Point
Shame.
and laugh. Oh my god.
my goodness. My goodness.
Hey man. I've got no defense. I thought I did, but then I started. I'm like,
Lucid did.
Hey,
Welcome.
hi, Lucid.
Adam says
Oh,
Frezzman staring at Maskino's hand. So you're gonna eat that?
I'm gonna eat that. How dare you? Don't be rude.
Is that man meat or bug meat? Are you going to eat that?
If there anybody makes a clip of this, I want to have a clip of Frezzman going man meat.
Is that man meat or bug meat? Like, yeah. So like, just on a roundabout tally here, I've started my own armor-based religion. I carry around dead bodies, and I'm also a casual cannibal.
What a
So a
perfectly
typical
sane,
Tuesday.
what a perfectly sane, well-rounded individual.
Yeah.
Mm.
Look at this functioning member of society.
So Maskino, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely would you be to game with Frezzman?
I already have.
God, you've already committed a sin.
You've doomed us both.
Ah, there's so much chaos.
Yeah.
Sippy sip time.
What have I
No.
done?
What do you mean
All right,
no?
No.
party people, mark off your bingo cards at home.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, no. Baron should be here doing this. Baron,
He was here a minute ago.
how dare he?
He's still here. I'm sure he's just lurking.
Lurking, listening in. Probably waiting for me to say one of the bingo words.
Pardon me.
Actually, one of them's taken because both of you two have showed up. You're both on the stream, I think. Those are two of them.
We have Maskino too.
I know, but
Exact-
Maskino isn't on the bingo cards.
True.
I'm hearing a failure on the bingo card maker's part.
That's Baron's
Exactly.
fault.
Baron, you know how I feel about that.
God damn.
And Laura in the chat. So Laura says, so the Nern route in Fallout 4, do you think Elder Scrolls and Fallout are connected, as the theory goes? I think yes, but not just with the Nern route. There's also the sweet roll thing. Let me guess, somebody stole your sweet roll.
There's
It was
also the
you.
bugs that come with the game, so we know it's a Bethesda game that possibly links it with every other Bethesda game.
Oof.
Yeah.
How could we not see this coming before?
God damn it, Todd.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you play Skyrim at 3 p.m., it's just or 3 a.m., it's just replaced with a photo of Todd Howard's face.
Oh no.
Just
Todd.
get the dragon's voice, and it's just Todd going money.
Todd.
I should have
You just
tagged
hear a-
Todd Howard in the stream on like Twitter.
I got
Shows
it.
up, and then hits the copyright claim.
Oh no. Well, I mean, no, everything's above board.
Who
Just
said that
wait
was
till
gonna
I start
stop
playing the
Todd?
music in the background.
Lucid,
Todd.
damn you. You cheeky. Lucid.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Thank you. Lisa says your mom's rent.
So he's not
Oh,
wrong.
yeah,
I'm not
that's
hearing
good.
any
That's,
lies from this.
That's American money. That'll go far.
Damn you all.
At
Thank
Bethesda
you,
So, lady,
Lisa.
when are you gonna have a new house tour of the house you're buying with that donation?
Oh, probably in about 6 months.
Okay, that's fair. So, Lucid, just be sure to be on the lookout. You're gonna see your money put to good use in about 6 months.
Alright,
Hold
have a
on.
good one, Jackson.
All right, at Bethesda Studios, we're talking Fallout, mild cannibalism, and armor-based
I'm scared.
zealotry.
Oh. It'd be funny if we all end up getting sponsored by Bethesda.
Come on down. Hashtag Fallout.
Can you tag me in it too? If I can see it.
Hashtag Todd Howard.
What have we done?
Wait,
I
does
wake
Todd
up
Howard
to...
not have his own Twitter account?
I don't
I
log
can't find it.
He has a different name just so this shit like this couldn't happen.
Yep.
That's fair.
So I figured I'd shoot for the moon. And then at Weekly
Oh wait, here you gotta include this picture of you guys actually in 76.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wait, which? Oh no.
I'm the guy in the middle.
Yeah, I'll let you guys decide who's who in that picture.
I'm wearing the witch's hat.
I'm the rotoscope man right in the center.
I'm the guy taking the picture.
Oh, so who's the other dude then?
That's
Why
Maskino.
why do I look so stunned?
Because Maskino's in the picture, not me.
Yeah, that would explain it.
Well, that's not true. I haven't played 76 with you guys at all.
Then you need to.
I asked Lady, she said that you guys were never playing again.
That's fair.
I thought you're... No, Maskino, I thought you were going to get weird with that. I thought you were just going to go, I don't play video games.
You're right. I don't play video games. I win them because I'm a gamer.
Okay.
Can't believe
a Sigma gamer.
I can't believe you used G word on the stream.
I did. I'm tired of... You know, gamers have been the most suppressed group in history.
No. Maskino, shut up.
And now when the glass ceiling finally broke, we can rise up.
The most suppressed group of all. Gamers.
Gamers.
There you go, lady. Check Twitter.
Oh no.
Also check it for look for me as well. Well,
I'm scared to check Twitter. Oh no. I would tag Todd, but he's too rich for Twitter. With all them gamers' money, we're talking for raw material. Oh. So Frezzman tagged me. Bethesda Studios. We're talking full-up mild cannibalism and armor-based zealotry. Ah.
I messed up the spelling. Oh no.
You've ruined it. You gotta tweet, hurry.
I'm gonna retweet it.
It says Coke on done. I meant to say come on down. No.
Coke mean done. What is that supposed to mean? What does he mean?
Todd, please.
They have the whole PR team like, is this a threat? Hold on, guys. Is this a threat?
There's gonna be dudes in suits at my front door.
Mm-hmm.
We'd like to have a chat.
We need you to explain this Twitter post.
I just have one question and one question only. But I might have to have you close the door behind me when I ask.
Is it a bug or a feature?
Yes. It's a featured bug.
Oh no, I can't believe he had an accident on 3 different gun points.
Who would have thought that those 3 different angles would be as easily done by one person? It's amazing.
Impressive.
So, Slam Fam says, can the next Fallout game be Fallout New Vegas on a modern engine? That would be pretty cool.
I don't want a Fallout New Vegas remake.
Why not?
I don't.
Why?
I think I might be in the minority here because I like it the way that it is. For me, it's the nostalgia of just the game itself. Like, I don't want it to change. I don't want any of the stuff in it to be changed. I'm fine with how it is. Plus, they have a notorious failure for doing anything related to gaming anymore. So just don't touch it. Leave it alone. Don't touch it.
But there's still the old game there, just sitting there. Like you can still play that though.
That's what I'm saying. I'll play the old game just fine. Don't touch my Fallout New Vegas.
Now, lady,
Whoa.
you say that, but some remakes will straight up like replace it in your library. Like they updated Quake very recently to run on modern systems, but it doesn't say like, oh, Quake Remastered is now in your Steam library. It just replaced the Quake file.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Granted that Quake remake is excellent. Is fantastic. Now Weekly,
none of this.
Now Weekly, I agree with your sentiment, but I don't want to remaster or remake. I want to revisit the Mojave Wasteland. I want to see what it looks like later on down the road.
No, that I'd be okay with. Like an update to just kind of like, hey, this is what happened after you killed the Legion, or hey, this is what happened if House took over, or something like that. I'd be totally fine with.
That'd be really cool.
Well, sort of like a Fallout 1 to Fallout 2 scenario where the main character of Fallout 1 has gone off and started his own colony, and you're playing as like a long down the road descendant of the original character.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested in seeing it, but I wonder who would be the. Well, I mean, if you played male or female, who would be the wife or the husband to the courier? So that's another story you would have to get into.
It's Benny.
It's him all along.
What in the goddamn?
It's what's the name of that robot?
Mr.
No, it's what's his name? Yes Man.
Oh.
Yes Man. Yeah, it's Yes Man's kid.
Well, you said robot.
Did you say? What'd you say? What was the one you came up with?
Mister.
Fisto.
That's what I thought you said. No. He's too much of a heathen to have a kid.
No, that's the definition of the term illegitimate children.
Mm. Just Fisto's child. It's the illegitimate one.
That's how the Automatron DLC came about.
Wait a minute, Maskino, you still there?
Oh, he's be right back at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
How dare
He
he
shall
leave?
return, and
How
it will
dare
be
he leave.
glorious.
He's reporting me to Todd Howard.
He's like a secret agent for Todd.
He's currently recording all of this, putting it down in his notebook so he can pass it over to his overlords.
Masked man talk smack about Todd Howard. We must visit him.
Todd Howard. No, I can't say that. No.
More like Todd Coward.
For a big second, I forgot we were actually like on a stream, and I was about to.
Oh no!
I'm like, oh, ooh.
I didn't, but I'd say it anyway.
Behave.
So,
Behave.
well, so you know what? I agree with Slam Fam on Fallout 1 and 2 being reported.
Call me.
Or like fixed to run on modern systems.
That would be cool.
Oh no, it's happened, but that game's still like bone crunchingly difficult.
I want a Dark Souls remastered to run on like a Sega Genesis.
Oh my god.
I still haven't played Dark Souls.
Dreamcast.
I had a buddy of mine try to play the first Dark Souls. They did pretty good. Right up until the Asylum Demon. And the minute, you know how it like drops down from the ceiling?
Mm-hmm.
Like the minute it hits the ground, I'm like, figure it out. Good luck.
You're like
Like,
this
what do I
horrible
do?
guardian angel. It's like I need help. You'll be alright. Don't worry about it. Keep going. Oh, you're dead. Well, that's awkward.
I'm like the I'm like the worst version of Virgil from Dante's Inferno.
Instead of leading you
Just-
down the path to righteousness, I'm going to lead you to the path of just damnation.
It's not even like I will help you find your salvation. It's like, dude, check this out.
Hit that button. I'm going to stand over here. Just hit that button.
So what? It's Hephaestus. Who cares?
Mm-hmm. You met my dog, Cerberus. Come check it out. Here, let me show you. Hold this bag of
Hey, dude.
meat.
Hey, there's Sisyphus pushing this rock up this hill. Just kick his knee out from under him. It'll be fine.
So,
Ugh.
what did you? So I'm going back to Fallout 4
Yeah.
again. What did you think of the new skill trees and things?
Great when they're modded.
What? No, I'm talking about the vanilla. I mean, so that's obviously your answer there. Like, they're shit.
It.
I actually quite in this maybe heresy, but I actually quite like them a little bit more than previous games because hear me out. It's because they actually kind of tell you what they do. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
I
it's a
agree with
boost to
that.
this, but then also you get this. You know?
Yeah.
Hey
Well, it's not
guys,
just
I
like,
just had a
oh,
thought.
Welcome back.
If caps are the primary currency, and strippers are still a thing in Vegas, do people make it rain bottle caps on strippers by just chucking the hunks of metal at them?
They make it hail.
Oh.
Yeah.
They throw full bottles of Nuka-Cola at them.
Oh, God
Hey,
damn.
baby. Hey, baby, shake what your mama's got you, thunk.
Oh, God damn. No.
Make it rain.
I just had this image of like in like a retro scene where the lights are all dark. There's a bunch of like blowing, flashing lights and all that. You just see a nuka quantum flying across the room.
Looks like a glow stick.
Yeah. Here's a tip, and then just chunks it.
Give it up for Cherry with an I, and then she just gets hit by a nuka cherry.
Just knocked out cold.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, no. That's her whole set for like the next 15 minutes. Just her unconscious on the ground.
And everybody,
Somebody
and
get that woman
everybody,
a cold drink. Like she's
And-
out, man.
I
and
just-
everybody's just kind of like half-heartedly clapping, just kind of the, yeah. Woo!
No, I'd be going wild. I'd treat it like it was the best part of the show. Just yeah.
You did
I would be
it.
the guy. I would be the guy that would save up and get like a full crate of Nuka just to walk in and be like, "All right, who's the lucky gal?"
Oh no, I feel like I can't go into Wasteland with any of you. It's like, yeah, we're gonna. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure they have another system for this. It's like, no, lady, no.
No. This is the only way to do it.
pushing Benny out of the way as you're doing the, was it, you know how you put a penny in your fingers and you snap and it sends it flying?
Yeah.
You're doing that at the strippers.
You live by the cap, you die by the cap.
Ring a ding ding, baby.
The game was rigged from the start.
So I've got a lot of new subscribers, and they're used to like my stories, and now they're gonna like just watch this live stream and be like, "What the hell?" What is
Good.
this?"
Welcome. I don't want to hear no
Hi.
complaining. Don't want to be like, this isn't your normal content. No.
You're just gonna
You
like
are welcome.
constantly stalk this one stream's comment section and be like, "No one better talk."
No,
No one said anything mean about me yet. Dang it.
no, not a one of you are worth enough time to stalk the comment section, but I just know that you're welcome.
I came to the ladies' stream and I wasn't being bullied. What's going on?
Here,
You've
let me help that.
changed.
This
Hold on,
is
here.
so unfair.
Hang on. I got the perfect thing for. I got it. I hate all of you. Is that good?
I hate you and the bands you like.
Your
God
taste in
damn it.
music is subpar.
What is this turning?
I've met better people, but I've also met worse. So you got that going for you.
It's like you are tolerable, barely.
You're wrong.
Just.
You're wrong about that thing you enjoy. Just non-specific.
The thing you like is mediocre.
You guys attack the things they enjoy. I attack the person.
You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
Whatever, Kaiba.
Ah,
Your
goddamn.
Pokemon cards lose to my Pokemon cards, so what, bro?
You don't have enough badges to train me.
What's your experience level, huh? I bet it's under 2.
Goddamn.
Are you still in Pallet Town, dork?
You must construct additional pylons.
At what point do we just turn into Gary Oak from the first Pokemon game?
Ah.
Smell you later.
You think you can do this? I can do it better.
Then Oak's just
Okay,
like,
okay, yeah. Okay, kid,
Mm.
sure.
that's rough, buddy.
Ah, goddamn. So what else haven't we covered in Fallout?
Goblin's joke.
So,
So what is your...
I-
Shh, shh.
oh, you ask a question.
No, I know. Like, yeah, I do. I ask the question like, shh, Frezzman. Shh.
I like
so
how
what
you
should we-
ask the question and then tell Frezzman not to answer the question. Like, hey guys, how are you? Except Frezzman. I don't want to hear from you.
No.
How
Alright,
rude,
what
how
should we-
rude.
All right, guys.
That's
What
because I
should
had an idea. I'm sorry. It's because I didn't want to forget it.
hey guys, what should we talk about? Shut up! Just
Shut up! Shut up! When is that going to be the stream, lady? Where you invite someone on and like you don't even ask them a question, you just spend an hour yelling "shut up" at them.
I'm pretty sure.
You just have them in the background, like every time they say something, you're like, I'm talking. Shut up. I'm not done.
You know, as the discussion goes, like the volume on the guest just slowly gets turned down more and more.
Like by the end of it, they're like, "Am I still here on the stream?"
So how's your day going? Just,
I'm not that bad. Shut up. Okay, so what is your?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
God damn you. So what is your favorite area in Fallout 4?
I
I
kind of
kind
like
of like the glowing sea just for the sheer like difficulty of it, because it's really fun to just blow things up. Honestly, yeah, murder, death, destruction. That's all of my
I
fun
like
things.
the little coastal cottage. You know, when you get it into a proper little house.
Mhm.
You know, just make it a nice little place out the way, and enjoy the view by the sea.
I like the Pridwin.
Baby.
I like the outside area of the Pridwin when you're on like the catwalk.
Nice.
Yeah.
And also post flight of the USS Constitution when it's on top of that super tall building.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, that was
Because
pretty cool.
Well, I like going up there with power armor, and then I talked to the captain, and he was like, "Hey, man, thanks for all the help." I'm like, "Cool," and then I just jump off the building, and, like crash into the street.
So
with
you
the
don't
power
need
armor.
anything else. You guys good? All right. See you later.
Like, yeah.
Wait,
you
don't
guys-
jump! Oh,
I
God,
also
there
just
you go.
noticed that Maskino is the only one with a weapon in this little
Of course.
picture.
He's the only one that needs one.
Oh,
Yeah, because I'm using my fists.
I
just
don't
use
go
my
anywhere without my heavily armed and unrestrained ordnance.
wait, what were you
Head. I
saying?
just
What
use
do
my
you?
head
Oh, you use your. Yeah, why don't you have a helmet?
because I use my head. I don't need a helmet. My skull is harder than any steel.
I just took it like you designed like dance, where it's like you can't see in the helmet, so you have to like have it off.
Frezzman, you're wearing a mask inside of a mask inside of a helmet. I don't think that's how that works.
It's exactly how
Yeah?
that works. Trust me.
Well, I mean, the hood is also made out of metal, so
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
It is.
so my question would be, let's say, Frezzman, you're wearing a power armor suit. You put the
Yeah.
helmet on. You have a mask inside that helmet. That mask just ever so slightly shifts. It's not enough to block your eyesight, but enough to have like that black crease in one of the corner of your eyes,
uh-huh.
just to be a slight annoyance. Do you take the
Oh, no.
helmet off, or do you leave it on?
Oh no, I'd have like a magnet system where it just like clicks into place.
So would you take it off or leave it on?
Leave it on.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's all I wanted to know.
I don't know. I expected something different. Like I expected when Frezzman has to take his mask off, I was like, hang on, I have to like unweld it off my face.
They're taking off the 50,000 bolts that are holding it
And
in
you
place.
and Maskino have to help him take it off.
Okay.
I'll be like, yeah, well, just be a minute, just a minute, and
I-
then we hear like Weekly screaming in the background, like, I can't get it off.
I gotta use one of the power tools for like putting tires on a car.
Just be like, Frezzman, you need. This is the third time you've gone to the bathroom today, dude. And my power tools are running out of air.
We don't have enough fusion cores for this.
We have to
Yeah,
find
it-
another
the
system
funny
for this,
thing-
man.
So in 76, I never use power armor unless I absolutely have to, and then I complain about it. But I'm always the one who finds all these fusion cores.
Relentlessly complains about it, but yeah.
Wow, Weekly, wow.
Mhm.
But my point being, I find all the fusion cores.
Whatever, man.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. So Laura asks, what about laser versus plasma weapons? Does anyone have a preference?
Guns.
Okay. Maskino is simple.
Exactly.
So,
That's my
so-
answer.
So to answer the
darn.
question, without actually answering the question, I prefer neither. I think both are useless because I have a specific loadout that I use, and that's what I stick to.
All right, I'll answer the question. If I'm stuck in a room with nothing else but a laser rifle and a plasma rifle, the world's ended already. I know that because I'm stuck with those two choices. But it would be laser. Plasma's too slow, True, it does a lot of damage, but by the time if your enemy is not within a certain distance of you, they're useless.
What about a plasma musket?
Just sitting there loading like a plasma ball. Hang on, guys, hang on. Oh, wait. No.
Well, the Minutemen's like plasma musket's like a weird like crank operated thing.
Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good.
Yeah, like I tried to use them, but this is cool. This is absolutely annoying to use. I really hate this. Like they're like, this is the weapon of the Minutemen. I'm like, oh, I can see why you guys lost with it.
I did a really crappy job of designing like what I would assume the laser rifles to be, because they could be really useful. They just did a really bad job of designing them. Plasma rifle, plasma pistol, whatever. I don't see a use in those, just for the fact that it shoots technically a ball of material, and it's slowed down. Whereas lasers are literally light beams. So if you had a choice between a very heavy viscous material versus the speed of light, I'm gonna choose the speed of light.
What if the speed of light is viscous?
Then I don't know, man. That's a terrifying thought.
Oh god, I got some light on me. It burns.
Oh no, light soaked into my skin. Hang on. It burns.
Uh-oh.
Well, like I have in. What's funny is I have the same loadout in 76. But if what was I know the
Laura,
so I use
I am a sniper. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Weekly's very much into his sniper weapons. I sometimes do it, but like I don't know. I'm just kind of there actually.
Assume anything about me.
So my first loadout it's a revolver and a double-barreled shotgun.
Classic.
In that order.
And the thing is, the revolver has a name, and I've changed the name in both 76 and 4, and it's called Pity the Heretic.
Go on.
We're listening.
And then what was it? It was I can't remember what I called the shotgun. I want to say it was like Preacher's Friend or something like that. But the one that I'm most fond of is the chainsaw weapon that we found in 76, and I nicknamed it to Rapid Conversion.
God.
I too like converting people rapidly.
From alive to dead.
Yes, it's a very quick transition. It's even faster when you have a chainsaw.
I'd like it if someone like took that out of context and been like, WeeklyCreeps.
You're absolutely right. I do murder people.
Well, that's where you're concerned, not where I was owning up to cannibalism.
Yeah, but I'm used to that by now. That's not shocking to me anymore.
Yeah.
I'm used to
he eats people. Oh man,
It's like
I mean, come on, get a new trick.
It's been done before, man. What are you, unoriginal? Come on.
Come on, wow us here.
I expected better from you, Frezzman. Like, I'm very disappointed in you. Like,
he consumes people. Yawn. Oh,
it's so 2003, bro.
Yeah,
God.
way to go. You and every 2-bit raider.
You and every feral ghoul within a mile of here.
That's something I've always wondered about. Like, well, not me, but other people who use power armor will be there with like the best possible weapons, and these like raiders with like little tiny knives or whatever would be like, yeah, let's go up and attack him. It's fine.
Oh yeah, nothing is more honestly insulting than when a raider charges at you with a pool cue. Like, yeah. It's like, can't wait to make you bleed. And it's like, oh, okay, oh, yeah, you almost got me there, big buddy. Taste butt shock.
Or standing there in power armor and they're like running up to you with a knuckle duster. It's like, oh.
My first question to myself is usually, how did you think this day was going to go for you?
Oh yeah,
followed by a very loud shotgun blast.
Yeah, they punch you and it's like, bro, you just scratched my paint.
I'm gonna charge you for this paint job.
So Pity the Heretic was the Western revolver from Nuka World, which is like super powerful. But then I upgraded it, so essentially it's kind of a one-shot kill for anybody.
It was like
And
the
so
Fallout 3 alien weapon.
yeah, and so the minute anybody's like, "Hey, I need some help with some raiders. They kidnapped my son. They're in that warehouse over there." I'm like, "Cool, I'll be right back." As I pull back the hammer, I'm like, "Just give me a minute. I'll be right back."
Don't worry, I'll take care of them for you.
Come back covered in somebody else's blood. I'm like, "Hey, found him."
The way that I imagine Frezzman is just like whenever somebody gives him an order to kill somebody else, he's like, dinner! I'll be right back! And it just runs off.
No. He'll be skipping off, like in like the most inconvenient thing for battle too.
Yeah,
Who is that man skipping across no man's land?
And
he's walking into the glowing sea with nothing but welding goggles and preacher's robes.
Well, I mean, Church.
Yep.
What is it? The
The
Adams.
Church of the Armor.
No. It's the Atom guys. I forget what they
Oh,
call
the
it.
Children of the
Yeah.
Atom.
Children of the Atom. They do that anyway. They're the ones that walk in there with the preacher's robes and everything anyway.
But
And
they
it's like,
they're
oh,
wearing-
it's the Children of Atom guy.
But they want to be mutated.
Well, yeah. So does anybody else who
Oh
walks
yeah,
in
nothing
the
like
glowing sea.
yeah, nothing like a whole bunch of hair loss and coughing up blood to really prove your devotion.
Man, it's
Okay,
really
look, I
hot
feel
in here.
insulted by this. All right.
Oh.
I don't need your judgment.
Oh yeah, well, stop playing around in radioactive waste.
I like the burn.
It's like you
Reminds
can't
me of
tell me what
working
to
out.
do. You're not my real dad.
Someone needs to. You're sick.
Good for the body, good for the soul.
Mm-hmm. Good for the mind too. Really helps sharpen your senses. You know.
Oh god
Really,
damn.
really, just puts things in perspective. Smooth skin.
So
Dude,
one of the
I miss Gob.
Yeah.
God was cool. So I remember seeing the feral ghouls for the first time and they were lying down and actually got up. Like that actually freaked me out when it first happened. Anyone else remember this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember like the first thing that like gave me a jump scare, and it wasn't a ghoul. I think it was a mole rat. It was in one of the vaults in Fallout 3, because rounding a corner and you don't expect to see this mutant hairless rat jump in your face. Yeah.
The first jump scare I ever suffered was what's his name? It wasn't Butch, but it was one of the tunnel snakes from 3. But you remember how when you talk to people in 3, it like zooms way in on their face?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels really invasive. I feel like when that happens, like you're just like zooming in like uncomfortably close to their face. Like
For me, it's whenever it happens, whenever you weren't expecting dialogue to
Yeah.
start. Like if you initiate it, that's one thing, but when you're doing something and then all of a sudden you get turned a full 180 and zoomed in
Yeah.
on them, it's like, whoa, hey buddy, back up! I literally just killed that thing.
That
The
happened
best
to
part
me.
to me,
Mm.
I was just gonna say like the best thing for me is it always was like, I imagine having a conversation with somebody and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, continue, please. I'm listening.
Hey, can you help me find my dog?
God.
Have you seen my dad?
Well,
Have you
like-
seen my daddy?
well,
No.
like I'm trying to get out of the vault at the beginning of Fallout 3, and then I get spun around and like I think his name was like Johnny or something, but he's standing in the dark. He's like, "You gotta help my mom. She's being attacked by rad roaches." I'm like, "Ah, ah."
Oh, I
Like,
can't remember
alright,
his
cool.
name, but I know what you're talking about.
Apparently, he made it into Fallout 4 somewhere.
Who?
There's Creation Club stuff.
Ew.
Well, not like the clothes, but like you can find like a letter from him where he apparently took the tunnel snakes into the Commonwealth.
Oh yeah. Well, they added that in so they could add in the tunnel snake uniform and have it make it canonical.
Tunnel snakes rule.
No.
Oh my god. So real quick, so there was this comic way back when Fallout 3 came out, and it was also right after the Watchmen movie came out. And it's like the Fallout landscape, and it's doing Rorschach's speech from that movie, and it's like all the raiders and the merchants will look up and shout, "Save us!" and I'll whisper, and it shows him pressing the button to destroy Megaton. He's like, I'll say, and it shows a guy wearing sunglasses and his hair slicked back, and it says "Tunnel Snakes Rule."
You know what? That's fair. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
which companion had the saddest backstory to you in Fallout 4?
For me, it was
Um,
Kate.
I think Kate probably wins, but you can also kind of make it a bit redeeming.
Mm-hmm.
Hancock's was probably a little more sad if you want to talk about just like everlasting sadness,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, darn, I got kicked out by my brother, who I am pretty sure is not even my brother anymore. Then I got turned into a ghoul. Might as well just do a lot of drugs.
Time to
You know,
found good neighbor.
No, he
I think
didn't
I
found
think
it.
I can take a lot from his life lesson.
Oh. No, like,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, I was
You
trying to
do
focus on
drugs?
Frezzman. No,
Alright,
no,
here we
he
go.
found good neighbor, and then, like, he took it over.
Well, yeah, he found it, and then what was it? It had a tyrannical ruler because he was in a pack of traveling companions or like a city folk,
Mhm.
and then oh, what was it?
He found John Hancock's frock coat.
Well, he found his coat, and then I think it was that he got into an argument or saw his like the guards there beating up somebody innocent, and because of that, he went and fought back, and then after fought back, the people were like, "Oh, mayor!" And I think it just kind of went from there.
Pretty much, he was like, "Yeah, you know what? If you guys are tired of getting beat up by people, follow me. I'll just stab you."
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, like, so as far as Saddest Companion goes, I want to say Nick Valentine because, like, sure, he's, a wisecracking detective, but it's also the memories of a dead man sitting inside of a synth.
Well, so like he's being tormented by the memories of his wife that he never had.
Yeah, well, it's that, and there's nothing, like, there's literally nothing you can do to help him in that
Mhm.
regard. You can help him see the truth, but in terms of helping him deal with it, like, you can't take it back.
Yeah.
And like that, like, there's something, I think it the word isn't bothers me, but it's something that I've noticed that makes it sadder for me, that he sort of has this quiet, like, resignation that this is how it is now.
Yeah.
And like that, and that's what kind of stuck with me. Plus now he has a Kellogg sitting somewhere in his skull too.
Oh yeah, that's true. What about
Yeah,
it?
that's something I kind of wish that would have made more of a return, other than just it's like basically the end of that part of the quest, and it's like, you better watch it, kid, because I'm still rattling around, and then that's kind of it. You just kind of get threatened, and it's like, what? Nothing ever come for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like they could probably explore it a bit more with like the Dima quest line, but they never
Yeah.
really went further into it.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like they kind of set it up like, Kellogg is dead, but he's not gone. You might have to fight your friend, your good old pal Nick Valentine, and then it's just like, well, that was weird. Anyway, let's go to this weird island and talk to robot people.
Yep.
Dude,
And I was like, that was it.
dude, I hate Dima.
Yeah, I kind of did too.
It's
I
it's
didn't.
not even the moral standpoint. It's just that I find him obnoxious.
Honestly, same,
Yeah.
dude. Like, I was like, morally, I can understand where you're going with, and I respect it. However, I don't think toasters need to have a place on this here planet.
Well,
I just don't like
no,
his "I'm above you, you're below me, I know more" mentality. I hate that type of know-it-all.
I never
well,
played Far Harbor.
It's really good.
it's yeah.
You know what? Going back to jump scares, I did get jump scare when I was walking by a van and it turned into a giant hermit crab.
Oh god.
Yeah, that one. That I was just like, no expect. I was like, why does that van have a health bar all of a sudden? Oh no! Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It's moving.
well, the fucking,
It's scuttling.
but the problem I had with Dima is that whole argument that you have with him the first time you meet him, where he's like, "Are you sure you're not a synth?" I'm like, "Pretty sure."
She's like, yeah. I literally woke up like 2 hours ago. All right, dude. I'm pretty sure I'm not a synth.
I like how he's trying to
Just
like tell you you're a synth. Like, are you sure?
Yeah, I
tries
know.
to convince you of it. Like, he knows that you are. And that goes back to the whole, like, I hate a Mr. Know-It-all type of crap, because you're not a synth.
I feel
Even
like
though it
more like
tries
you're
to
just
push it.
trying to find like he. It's more like a cult leader where it's like you're trying to find those very impressionable people, kind of like I forgot her name. So I'm just
Like
gonna say
Smith.
Natsuki. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Where it's like, did you ever think that you may be a synth? You know, you're kind of weird. You're like machines. A lot's lining up, and she's just like, wow, maybe you're right. And
You're
me
right.
as a rational thinking adult's more like, no, maybe you're dumb.
Yeah, and her parents are like, "Our child's an idiot."
Yeah, all of us like, how can you fix like an advanced navigational system, but you think you a robot? I don't understand this.
Well, like I wanted there to be like a dialogue option where it's like I literally just interacted with my 60-year-old son, and I was just thawed out inside of a vault. I don't have time to be a synth.
It's just like, look here, Mister. I'll have you know, I've survived over 200 years, watched my son be an old man and die, nuked his entire facility, caused a whole lineage of you robot Gen 4 synth coursers that were supposed to be the pinnacle of assassination machines, caused them to just go totally extinct. Either destroyed, united, or redefined every faction in the Commonwealth. Killed a whole bunch of raiders that wanted to invade said Commonwealth. Now I'm here because some girl thought that she might be a robot. Let me tell you, Dima, I'm not a robot. You're annoying. I'm leaving.
I
I like
wiped
how.
one of.
Sorry.
I was gonna say I personally wiped one of the most advanced scientific facilities off the face of the earth with a
Quite
bunch
literally,
with
the
a
minds
bunch
that
of
created
scraps.
Dima, I want you to know the people that created you, the most brilliant minds that have been in existence over the past 200 years. I walked in
gone.
single-handedly with a revolver and a whole bunch of grit and determination and wiped them all out. They're gone. There's nothing that exists. You are the last in any sort of capacity of what they've created, and pretty soon I think I might just get rid of you too. It's not even a personal thing. I just don't like you.
This building will make a great parking lot.
This is intense. Like there's so much passion from Maskino. It's like,
You wanted
Well,
this.
I did.
Exactly.
I absolutely wanted this. I knew it was coming.
Well,
Please,
thing-
mister, we need your help. You mean to tell me you want my help? A 2-ton, fully armed and armored war machine to help your friend with the broken leg.
the
Yes.
things I've seen, the
All
things
right.
I've done.
Oh,
Well, what was it like? Oh my god! There's a comic. It's from Skyrim, but I think it applies here, where it's a couple of what's it called? It's a couple of raiders standing by, and they're like, "Hey, that guy just killed a dragon with nothing but like a short sword and a wooden shield. We should rob him."
I mean, it's worth a shot.
I mean, maybe they don't have such great lives anyway that they have to have to go to such desperate means. Like,
just catch
literally just
him off
walk
guard.
around. People were throwing themselves at me to give me money to go find their lost dog or whatever. I mean, you cannot tell me that in Skyrim being a bandit is worth it.
I mean, you've got a point there. You've got a point there.
No, it's worth it. No, it's worth it.
I go into town. It's like, hey there. I couldn't help but notice that you were walking and capable as a human being. Do you think you could go down the road and talk to someone for me? And it's like, I'll give you $200. Sure, buddy. Why not?
Well, so I don't think much could be darker than the moment that the three of us had playing 76, and I was still doing the Church of the Armor thing, and we visited a town that had been completely taken over by that cult of like the Mothman. And there's a line that it shows back up in the Rolodex once in a while, but I remember us like wiping that town from the face of the earth, like every room, every building. And I like ran up and someone's like, by the divine light of the Mothman, and I just went, your god exists and he's still not gonna help you.
I remember that. I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, and I hear Lady just quietly in the background, just Jesus, Frezzman.
And then you hear me going, "Yeah, bro."
Heretics, all of you heretics.
So what was it? So Frezzman is the creator, the founder. Weekly, what was Weekly's role again? In the
So-
church?
Preacher of the priest.
Yes.
So
And I'm the
so
Inquisitor. Because
yeah,
why not?
so Weekly. So I will establish the church, and then leave a specified area. Weekly will stay there and continue to grow the church. And then after he's left to the next area, after an undetermined amount of time, Lady shows up as the Inquisition to make sure everybody's still on board.
By force, if necessary.
Yeah. But it's got to be like that Warhammer version of the Inquisition, where like the original version of the Emperor's like teachings doesn't matter anymore.
Like
Well, like I've been watching that was it the If the Emperor Had Text to Speech, and there's a moment in which like there's straight up a letter from the Emperor himself sent to the Inquisition to shut the Inquisition down, and they're like, well, it says here it's signed by the Emperor. Nope, not possible. This is heresy.
I can just imagine Frezzman
Like,
being
who's this guy, huh?
being like, lady, it seems you murdered a lot of people for power armor. That's not what we do. We tend to like support people and help them. I'm like, this isn't the real Frezzman. This is lies.
I don't know. That sounds an awful lot like heresy.
It's like,
Frezzman.
I think we need to like put the founder in a cage somewhere just for his own protection. He's not doing well. We need to preserve him.
Heed my words or perish as a heretic.
This must be the
I have
weirdest
no
stream for
problem with any
people
of this.
to like to just walk in on me. Yes, let's put Frezzman in a cage and like.
You're
Let's
welcome.
imprison Frezzman.
I like how
I don't hear a
quiet the
problem.
chat. The chat's like just stunned silence.
Yeah, the chat hasn't moved for a while.
Chat, people, are you still here?
Hello.
They're all dead. It's so sad.
Hello.
Darn.
Ah, drat.
Oh no.
Darn.
Let's see what they have in their
Shucks.
pockets. Ooh, vodka.
Philip, when did you get here?
Oh no, not Philip again. You had to bring up Philip. You just could not help yourself, could you, Frezzman?
Well, so without going into too much detail, playing the forest with you two has been one of the funniest experiences.
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Well, because like I was constantly behind you guys. Like you guys would just run ahead. The problem I had was you guys wouldn't like let me know that we were moving somewhere. It's like I hear Weekly go, "Oh yeah, we need more of this," and I just look up and you guys are about a mile away. I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, cool. And then I pick up a dead body and drag it with me, and you're like, "What are you doing, Frezzman?" I'm like, "Nothing."
Like,
Bringing a little buddy.
I need companionship, man. I
Yeah.
need somebody to talk to.
like we're here. It's like, no, I want to talk to Philip.
Yeah, he's a great listener.
He doesn't tell me to shut up or shh all the time.
Maskino, do you play the forest?
The forest? I have.
Would you want to play it again?
I mean, maybe.
Here-
I need to reinstall it, but
Care to join
I don't know.
us?
I don't know. Lately, I just haven't been wanting to do a lot of survival games.
Every day is a survival game. Sometimes you
Yeah.
just want to play it on your computer.
I've just been trying to survive the past week.
Fair enough.
No, that's not good enough for me.
Okay, so
No.
what is your
Well,
favorite?
luckily, it's not up to you.
Oh,
What is your favorite weapon in Fallout 4?
The gun.
Okay, Maskino, just everything. Every answer for you is just gun.
It has to be. Every one of my settlements like, please, we're tired of sleeping on sleeping bags on this solid concrete platform in the rain. Meanwhile, I have a whole metal building that's just guns.
haha, machine gun go burr.
Exactly. It's like, General, please, we're starving out here. Bullet go foof.
So what about you two?
What do you mean? What about us two?
What's your favorite weapon in Fallout 4?
Does it have to be a certain category?
No, it could be like an individual weapon or category, whatever. Just
Gun. Yeah.
I don't know. I would say probably for like unique guns, maybe the shish kebab. Just because I felt so, what's the word? Proud of the fact that I actually got it. Because it was such a pain to find everything. Like a non-unique gun, probably the hunting rifle, just because it's been like my #1 gun in every Fallout playthrough.
So,
I like the Western 44 revolver.
same here. That's Pity the Heretic for my playthrough.
Yeah, that one's pretty much all I've been using for the past couple playthroughs.
So you guys know how like certain weapons when you pick them up have specific effects.
yeah.
Like you can't change the effect, but you can change like the I think it was like the actual bullet property, but not the like this the percentage chance that it'll do something. I found a double-barreled shotgun that has, I think it was a 30% chance of when it is fired, it doesn't use a round. Like it'll shoot, but it won't take away from your ammo count. And you also like don't have to reload if it uses that. The thing is, I like super leveled my luck in doing that. And so now that 30% chance is more like an 80% chance. And so I'm walking into a raider camp with a double barrel and I'm firing it like it's a fully automatic.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Just as fast as I can click. That's why I said earlier, you have no chance. Hey,
I'll take my chances.
Butch is like, give me your sweet roll. I'm like,
Yeah, like that kid had to die. Like said that to me.
dude, that video clip is so funny of the person like cheating to have a gun in the very beginning when you're a kid. Hey, give me your sweet roll. Pulls out a hunting rifle and just.
I think I always took the apt of like just punching him in the face. I don't think I ever went like no, I'm gonna tell the security officer. Like, no, I just hit him.
Dad!
Same.
It's the best option.
Yeah, go tell your dad. I'm gonna beat him up next too.
Or your
just
dad just
imagine
stands
this
up
tiny
and
baby Maskino with like the mask on and everything. It's like, I'll kick your dad's ass.
I'll kick your ass. I'll kick your dad's ass. I'll kick my own ass. I don't care.
Well, I have this image in my head of like, Daddy stole my sweet roll, and then like Liam Neeson's character stands up and just decks Butch into the ground, and then just sits back down and starts eating cake.
Don't worry, son. I took care of that for you.
I'm gonna be leaving soon. What? Nothing.
Goodbye, son. What? I said goodbye, loser.
just like fades away, like crossfades out of existence. Peace
He
out.
gives a little he gives a peace sign and just disappears. Disappears and then it starts the main menu music.
Turns out that's the secret ending.
But he only reappears in the water purifier as you're dying.
Oh.
You're on the ground and you look up and he just fades back in, still doing the peace sign.
He's just like, farewell, sucker.
Goodbye, loser.
Why didn't you send Fox in?
So this is a very broad question. So what in Fallout 4 would you change to make it a better game in your opinion?
Make it by a different studio.
Ooh, that's harsh. Weekly.
I
That's really
I
harsh.
I have I have a suggestion.
Okay.
Completely rewrite the institute portion of the story, not so much their function, but how Father and the synth version of Sean work.
Mm.
So, and we've already said spoilers, earlier, but for those of you who don't know, in the chat, there's a moment where you make your way into the institute after collecting pieces of a teleporter and so on and so forth, but you run into Sean, who you've been hunting down this entire game, and he's a little kid, and you're like, huh, what's up with that? And then this old guy rounds the corner and he goes, yo, I'm your son. And the thing is, I think the way that it's currently written, the Sean twist is pointless.
Mm.
Because Sean, the kid, the synth, does nothing. Like, as a story point, there's no reason that he should even be there. And what I think I would change about that is not removing the idea of working with the Institute or working with Father, and you eventually sort of replacing his post. I think it would be better if there's sort of this recognition that your son as he knew him is gone. Like, Father is a weird science fanatic, zealot to his own beliefs, like irredeemable in the eyes of the wasteland.
Mm.
And I think that would work better if, like, you have a discussion with Father where you're like, what happened to you? And there's you're given a choice. Hey, I'm a lost cause, but I can make you a version of myself, younger, who can grow up and, be the son that you wanted, but you have to leave. You can't come back here. And so instead of, I'm going to blow up the Institute and I'm going to kidnap my cyborg son and then leave my cancer-ridden father son in the in his but it would be like, hey, you let us do what we have to what we believe to save the the wastelands by creating these new synths, by putting coursers out there to correct problems. But you take the child that you've wanted, because the last time you saw Sean, he was a baby, you didn't even get to raise him. But to take this sort of, like, I want to say 10-12-year-old Sean and raise him in this new world that will be forever changed because of both your actions and the future actions of the Institute.
Mm. I
The
think
problem that I would have with that, though, is that if they don't technically have cloning capabilities, they can make synths, but they don't age. So if they made a synth version of Sean, brand new, that you could raise, you're still left with the conundrum of he wouldn't age.
Mm.
Just like the way that they have it set up now, where it is like you have the baby kid Sean, but it'd be the same problem, is that no matter what you do, he will never grow past that age. He would be that same person. So you wouldn't be able to, like, grow up and see him like you would want your child to do. Like, you would want your child to grow up. You would want it to move out, move on, have a
Yeah,
family.
they made him that weird age of 11 where everything's starting to get complicated.
Yeah, like you would never go past that point.
Well, that and a lot of the parental guidelines, at least in the world of Fallout, sort of go out the window, because it's not like, you're going to move out at 18 and get your own place. It's more like, oh my God, we have no food. We got to, go to a camp nearby and try to find rations, or we have to make a deal with somebody, or we have to work with somebody here.
Or liberate the food from someone else.
or wipe Libertalia off the map.
Yep.
Crash the Pridwin into the ocean.
But like, why would you
And-
waste a Pridwin though?
And like that's another thing is like how do I word it? I want to change the Brotherhood of Steel, but I don't want to run it. If that makes sense.
Like originally
Well,
you were supposed to be able to take over, like, and lead the Brotherhood and like get them to being back, like what's his name? The Brotherhood, like in Fallout 3, where they were, you know, trying to help people rather than
Oh god, what's his name?
Elijah.
Elder Lions.
Yeah, that's it.
Elder
Yeah.
Lion, yeah.
Well, that and like, well, granted, it's from a somewhat poorly written game standpoint, but the like Arthur Maxim is clearly nuts. Like when you first meet him, you're like, okay, seems level-headed. Then like I feel like it's the second time you ever actually talk to him. He's like, we're gonna wipe those dirty synths off the face of the earth, and just like, oh, wow,
Agree with a lot of
okay.
his viewpoints.
What's up?
So I don't know. I agree with a lot of what he's saying. His viewpoints seem to track well.
Well, then, Tegan had to ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, I was also kind of like, bro, what do you mean you need these supplies? Did you guys
Yeah.
not come here with supplies?
Well,
No,
why
why,
not-
would they do that? They know there's an abundance of it in the wasteland.
Like,
We
they're saying to people, like, when they were flying over, like,
Mm.
you know, don't interfere with us, we're here to help. And it's like, just do your food. It's like, oh.
I mean, that's the best way to help. Make them hungry. That way they work harder to make sure that they are well fed.
Oh. Well, that in like imagine you're some like struggling farmer in the wasteland, and you know about the Brotherhood of Steel, but you don't know much. Like all you really ever hear is like over the radio that sort of vague propaganda. And you see the Pridwin, and you see all of the people in these amazing suits of armor. There's like, finally somebody's gonna help us. They're gonna set everything right. And then they walk up and they're like, we need to requisition your food. Oh, what do you mean? We need all of the all this crop that's ours now.
I mean, that's fair.
Give us your acacia tomatoes.
These poor farmers.
need
It's like we barely have enough as it is. Like, hand them over. Come on.
These my family.
I don't know. Every time I went by earlier and picked them, it said seemed to be growing well. So I think you could spare these.
Maybe they didn't have any because, like, you kept walking up and picking all their food.
You know what? That may be it. I wasn't thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then it just needs to grow faster. I don't see the problem.
Well, that, and I hate that
We've got
there's
plenty of raider blood to use as fertilizer.
Oh god, just bury them under the garden.
I mean, that's what
But-
it's
Good fertilizer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you want to stop raider attacks? Literally, just use them as fertilizer and be like, "Come on, boys! It's harvest season next week. I need you."
What do you think Blood and Bone is, Frezzman? It's
Dude,
literally Blood and Bone.
Dude, the fucking like the horrible idea I just had of like you're standing there and these raiders show up and the farmer's just like, corn, you're gonna be turnips, lettuce. I know exactly where I'm gonna bury you.
I really wish you could do that in Fallout now. Bury the raid.
Well, so there's something missing from Fallout 4 that I really wish was a more prevalent part, which is reaching compromise. Because, like, the Brotherhood, with the astounding amount of weapons and transport that they have with the Pridwin and, like, the vertibirds and all that, like, if you couple that with, like, the idealism of the Minutemen and the function of the railroad, you'd have a not perfect, but better system.
Mm-hmm.
I also think the
You get-
gun is... Oh, sorry.
Oh no, the gunners are... They
No.
need to go.
No, the Gunners, I think, could have been like the military branch of the Minutemen. if they were brought under properly.
Oh, sure.
Because you can't have your militia, so your farm is basically just walking around with weapons all the time.
Yeah.
You know, they need to be focused on harvesting food for me.
No. They need to have their guns out from me.
Guns out,
and-
Maskino.
Look, I
and then
spent
they
a
need to
lot of
give-
time killing those people who had those guns first and then giving them to my farmers, alright? I want to see my work displayed.
Well,
I downloaded the Modern Firearms pack for a reason, alright? If I want to see Michael Abernathy with his effing scar, then he needs to be walking around with his scar, alright?
well, it's how do I word it? There's like I hate how every faction's like the other people need to go. The synths need to go. The railroad needs to go. The institute needs to go.
Just
The
wipe out all
Minutemen
factions. Make everyone happy.
Now, I've considered that, but the problem is so the Minutemen, their ideals are good in terms of preservation of human life, that sort of thing, but when it comes to effectiveness, their tactics, their weapons, their armor, all of it is outdated. And I understand the need for theatrics and like how everything looks, wearing your tricorn hat or whatever star-spangled whatever you're wearing, but the thing is, it's a tailcoat and you're being shot at with irradiated, like you're getting hit with uranium rods, and you think that like sheepskin's gonna help you.
Yes.
Well, it doesn't help you, Frezzman? That sounds like a you problem.
Sounds like you just got weak bones.
Mm-hmm. Grow better bones, Frezzman.
Get stronger cells.
Weak, Frezzman. Weak.
Everyone else is out here mutating. Why can't you?
He's so selfish, Frezzman. What about us?
I literally had a rad roach be legendary involved. Come on, step it up.
Well, that and like I had that problem during the Nuka World DLC because they're like, we're gonna wipe out the Commonwealth. I'm like, why can't you at least attempt to work with anybody over there? But they're like, nope, gonna tear it all down.
Weekly?
Yes. I'm just listening.
Oh, sorry. You've just been very quiet.
No, you're fine. I'm just like set up, just listening.
Okay. Taken.
I'm lurking.
See, the gunners in Fallout 4 were so ineffective that I wasn't even aware I was fighting gunners until they were dead.
Well, wasn't the whole thing about gunners is that they originally came from a vault? Like they were a superhuman experiment? Wasn't that kind of the thing?
Yep.
So why is it?
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
They were trying to create super soldiers.
Well, then my question is, why are they so stupid? That's really the biggest question that I have, is that if they were created and bred to be these superhumans that went through all these trials and tribulations, and really the ones that survived were the best of the best, why are they so dumb?
Probably has some effect on the brains.
The gunners were originally going to have their own story and everything associated with them, but Bethesda cut it out.
Yeah, I always thought, I mean, maybe I was just making this up, but I always thought that for the most part, most of them were kind of just people that they'd picked up. So, it made sense, like all these privates and corporals that you're killing, were just basically people, or basically raiders with a different name. But like the sort of faction leads would have been the super soldier type of experiments. That was, I mean, I don't know if that's actually what it is, but that's just kind of my made up sort of theory that to make sense. But I do feel like overall, I think overall, it's kind of a missed opportunity. They really are just raiders reskinned.
Yeah.
Overall, like, I mean, it really sucks. I do wish they had done more with them, Because if you were going to say that they were all super soldiers, and to some degree, then why cut that and not some of the other stuff?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
That's a good point.
And even if it was like too hard to implement what they wanted to implement, then why not, just throw in a voice line somewhere where it's like when they're explaining the gunners, where it's like, oh yeah, they're essentially more organized raiders, and then you can kind of just hand wave it off from that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm trying to make
I
sense.
feel like it was a missed opportunity as well.
Yeah.
That's just Fallout 4. Like it felt like the game was just not finished when it was released. Just felt, I don't know. It felt like
Well, it seems
I felt
to be
like
the
a
common
lot of
thing.
stuff missed the mark. Like it was real close, but just overall didn't quite hit. Like it was good, but not where predicted to be.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. It just seems like the majority of any AAA game that's come out in the last, like, let's say 10 to 15 years has either been incomplete or has been completed, but like 5-6 months down the road after patches, after updates, after bug fixes, after the DLC's been released, and then after they add in a pay-to-win system. That's usually when it becomes good.
Hmm.
Well, so I think at least with more modern game design and games being unfinished upon release, I don't think that is by design. I don't think that's the intention. Because I think a lot of it's this pressure from producers and project leads that are like, is it done yet? Is it done yet? Hey, is it done yet? And then some poor bastard sitting at his desk goes, hey, maybe we should delay this by a couple months. But they're like, no, E3's coming up. We need to put it out now. So hurry up.
And yeah, I agree. And it's not so much the game, like the developers themselves that are to blame. Like you said, it's the companies that they're working for.
Yeah. And like especially with like a Fallout game, because like the amount of detail from, like, say, granted they are simpler in design, in terms of like the first two games, but then you get Fallout 3 and New Vegas, which, like, Fallout 3, I understand why it sort of fell flat, because it's sort of a bold new step in a different direction. But like with New Vegas, with Obsidian sort of taking the DNA, the engine, the modeling system, how everything functions, and then making it better because they had a little bit of time, they had a little bit more creative freedom, and by all accounts, it seems like Bethesda hates that. Not the creativity side of it, but the fact that Obsidian did such a good job to the point where they're like, how do I word it? That there's a distinction. So Obsidian recently made The Outer Worlds.
Mhm.
And from what I hear, I haven't had the chance to play it yet, unfortunately, but from what I hear, it is an excellent game.
It's really
But
good.
But how they marketed it wasn't from the guys who worked on, from the creators of Fallout. It's like from the original creators of Fallout. And I'm like, yeah. And like that. Well, that, and somebody brought up a point that with the 3D Fallout games, in terms of 3, 4, really anything that Todd Howard's worked on when it comes to Fallout, most of the art design, in terms of like the world building and how the Pit Boy looks and this, that, and the other thing, is taken and like by hand from the first two games, because all that design was there, and it was not like not done by Todd Howard. It was done by somebody else entirely. And then Todd and his crew are like, we can do that.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man. It's a very interesting. I don't know the correct word. Headache, maybe.
conundrum.
Yeah.
I know Bethesda has changed some of the original lore, in fact a lot of it, but I can't give you specifics on the top of my head right now.
Well,
Yeah.
well, the thing is, like, I think with every new edition, like, I don't think complexity works in what's the term? A complex storyline I feel works better when it's in the background, not
Mhm.
in the forefront. Because like Fallout 4, you do a lot of stuff, like a lot for a lot of people, and that's just like the main quest. But the problem is, it leads to a point where if anybody surrounding the main story asks you for something like building a bed in a house, you don't care because you're too busy doing literally anything else. And like so take Fallout 1 for example, the story is super simple. Hey, water chip's damaged. We have maybe 100 days before we are out of water and we need you to go out and find a new one. That's it. But then everybody you run into are increasingly interesting and downright horrifying characters because they exist in this world, but they're not tied to the confines of the story. Like, like the people you meet don't give a shit about a water chip. They care that you're a vault
No.
dweller.
Well, why would they? They
Hmm.
haven't known anything else.
Exactly.
And it's not their
It's,
problem, technically true.
yeah. But then you get to Fallout 4 where it's like, I need to find my son, and they're like, cool. Can you take care of these rad roaches and I might tell you where your son is?
Kind of addicting too. It's like, yeah, do this, and then I'll tell you. Like, you know, my kid's missing. Up. Do this little thing first. We need beds. Beds.
Mama Murphy needs some drugs.
God damn.
Well, it's baffling to me, but just take a stretch. Ow.
Ow.
But what was the storyline from 2? Was it the Gek?
Hmm. The Gek, yeah.
Also, quick side tangent. I love how there's an Easter egg in Fallout 2 that leads to the events of Fallout 1 happening.
Which ones?
So you can step through what looks to be like a circular obelisk in the middle of the desert, and it
Mhm.
teleports you back in time into the vault, into Vault 13 from the first game.
Mhm.
And if you interact with a piece of machinery, you accidentally break the water chip, thus starting the events of Fallout 1.
I did not know this.
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me before? I'm kidding.
Why am I just now hearing about this, Frezzman, huh?
What else have you been keeping from us?
Oh my god.
Wait. I'm gonna put... Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. Hang on. Alright,
Narration
we're gonna go...
stream?
Okay, I fixed it. Frezzman intervention stream. I'm sorry, you can't take me in.
Yeah. Well, how do I word it? It's like, what's the phrase? Is there a term for that? For like complexity ruining a story?
I think so.
I think you, like, with a game like Fallout, or any game really, you need to be able to feel like you're creating the story. Like, you're part of it, but you're creating it, and what you do matters.
Well, I mean,
And
that's the whole point of a role-playing game, though.
But when I played, I kind of felt like it didn't really matter what I said or did. Oh yeah, and I hate the speech options. Like, just fall
Yep.
all the time. No, give me back the old system. I fucking hated that. It really made me angry. It's like my main thing that I fucking hated in fucking Fallout 4. Todd, fix the speech options. God damn it.
The only good part about the speech options is right at the beginning of the game where you're telling the guy to go away.
Okay, that was a lot of fun.
Would you like to sign up for a vault? Go away.
Who keeps tapping their mic arm?
Oh, sorry, I moved mine for a second.
Okay.
How
But,
dare
like-
you?
But like, so imagine Fallout 4, like it's Fallout 4, but narrowed way down. So your mission is find your son. That's it.
Hmm.
But everything you do past that is how do I word it? So when you meet Preston, you're like, "Where's my kid?" And he goes, "I don't know." And you go, "Well, shoot." So you go to Diamond City, you find Piper, you go, "Hey, where's my kid?" And she goes, "I don't know." And you go, "Well, shit." Then you meet Nick Valentine, you go, "Hey, where's my son?" And he goes, "I can try to help you find it." And you go, "Cool." And then you find, like, the thing is, Nick Valentine, in terms of the main quest, is the most important.
Hmm.
Because he's the only one who, like, knows where anything is.
Yeah. Plus, he's also the most reliable as well.
Hmm.
Yeah. But instead of being like, "I don't know where your kid is, good luck," he actually sits down with you and he's like, "All right, what are the clues we have so far? Do you know what the guy looked like who took your kid?" And
Yeah.
you're like, "Yeah, I do." And he's like, "Oh, a guy like that lived here."
Like, oh, I remember him.
Yeah. But then, like, I want to see a Fallout game in which it is possible that certain factions never show up.
Yeah, but then how annoying would that be? You're playing a game and then that happens.
That'd be great, honestly.
Yeah, I don't really think it'd be much of a problem, honestly.
Well, I want to
So-
see them. I want to interact
Sure.
with them.
Then do the things that make it happen. I'm not
But
saying
don't tell me
how
what to do. Don't tell me how to live my
but
life.
then you're left with, what do I do?
Yep.
But no, what I'm saying is, it's not like it's randomized when, certain things happen or anything like that. But say there's a path that you could take as main character searching for your son, in which the Brotherhood of Steel never arrive in the Commonwealth. Like say you're careful enough that every action that you take doesn't lead to them arriving in the Pridwin. Like, you go unnoticed by the Brotherhood. Like, that would be, like, in my eyes, you would need to do something, like, like, you would have to start making deals with the Institute first before the Pridwin ever shows up.
Or you could just annihilate it.
Just burn it down.
Yeah, but like what I didn't like is when you couldn't like loot technology before you left. Or you couldn't just like be like, okay, I'm murdering everyone, this is my building now.
Yeah. Granted, I tried that on the Pridwin, but... Well, that's... How do I word it? I had designs on destroying the Brotherhood, but the moment I turned on them was right before Liberty Prime was completed.
Game.
Oh yeah, I'm bummed out because I wanted to see that giant robot walk around. But from a moral standpoint, they're like even the person, I can't remember her name, but she's working on, is it Curie? No, maybe.
Fury
But
was one that was stuck in the vault trying to create a cure for a disease that was
Yeah.
created by other scientists.
Okay, yeah. So it's the lady who's missing her legs, and like she was stuck in a suit of power armor.
I know who you're talking about, but I forgot her name.
Yeah. So, like, there's a moment where everybody around you, Max and Tegan, anybody you bump into, any paladin, it's like, yes, Liberty Prime's going to be built. This is sick. This is going to be great. And then you bump into her and she goes, this thing's going to cause irreparable damage if it gets turned on. And she's like, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Oh, Lee, Dr. Lee.
Yeah, and like I hadn't considered that side of it. Like, sure, Liberty Prime's cool, but he's also launching huge irradiated bombs that are going to annihilate life, like innocent or no, in mass quantities across the wasteland. And so when she's like, I don't know about this, I'm like, oh god. She's like, all right, do you want to go up to the top floor and, activate the last, standard procedures for switching on Liberty Prime? And I go, sure. And I walk up there and I'm literally staring at Liberty Prime, and I have like the option of like activate him. And I'm like, I can't do it. And so I wander back downstairs and I talk to Lee, and she goes, I don't know. I don't know what to do. And I just go, I don't know either. And then I turn and I shoot the first paladin I see, and then start just wiping out as many as I can find. And like to the point of like, you all have to go, all of you. I have to ensure that this doesn't happen.
I don't know. I'd be very interested to see what would happen.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, sorry.
I realize I've been ranting for a minute there.
I'm just letting you do it.
It's okay, Frezzman. We're used to you now.
Well, it's like Fallout 4 is one of those ones where it's like you're playing through it and you're like, God, I wish I could do literally anything else right now.
What I get angry about is the potential it had.
Yeah.
And the fact it didn't live up to that. That's the most upsetting part of it. Because I bought...
None of it lived up to my expectations.
Pardon?
I said none of it lived up to my expectations.
Yeah. Yep. It was just...
I went in with zero expectations and was still disappointed.
I got the full pre-order stuff too. Yeah.
How'd that go for you?
You don't talk about it. I pre-ordered like Fallout 76 too.
Oh.
I never learn. Todd betrays me every time and I go back for more.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing is, like, I learned from Fallout 4 to be skeptical. And so the minute it's like, we built a bigger map, we're using the same engine as Fallout 4, but the lighting's better, and everybody's just like, oh, no. Oh, wait, is Proctor Tegan... Oh, Proctor Tegan's the other lady who's actually kind of nice. Dr. Lee's the lady in the armor, but who's the guy in the merchant, the bald dude?
I don't remember.
Yeah, don't remember.
Damn it. Brotherhood of Steel Merchant. Oh, Torres. Knight Torres. Oh no, that's from New Vegas.
I don't know.
It is Proctor Tegan.
I still think you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm staring at it.
Are you?
I don't mean nothing.
Proctor Tegan
You sure?
Proctor Tegan, registration TG-477PR, is the Brotherhood of Steel's quartermaster and proctor of the Order of the Sword, living on the Pridwin in 2287.
You must have edited it in while we weren't looking.
I heard of him.
You're crazy. You sound insane right now.
Maskino, are you still here? You fall asleep.
He's muted.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
But
All right.
speaking of having to go, I need to get going. I'm tired and I have work early in the morning.
It's okay. Oh my god, we've gone on for nearly 3 hours. So I think this is a good point to wrap it up. I'd like to very much thank my dear guest for joining me today. It is greatly appreciated that you stopped in and spent time with us.
Yes.
Was a pleasure.
Also,
No.
please check out their links in the description below. They have channels of their own. Frezzman does interviews, Weekly does narrations and gameplay, Maskino does narrations and gameplay.
He stole the idea from me.
you just like beating each other up in your power armor. It's like ding 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 ding.
He stole the idea from me.
Well, I did want to take a second to say that this has been fantastic.
No, I agree.
Like-
It's been fun.
It's been a lot of fun. We need to do this again sometime.
I agree.
All right.
The Rolodex hurts right now. I have a headache.
All right.
I feel that.
So check out my latest videos. I have the Russian sleep experiment. I have one called The Night of the Road. The other one, My Mother's Garden, which has done really well, and 5 true crime scene cleaning stories, if that's what you're interested in watching or listening to, technically. So check those out. Did you just say no? Cheeky, good damn. This is why I usually kick you out before I do the outro. Can you just make little snide comments? All my socials are in the description below, or at least they should be. But yeah. Any final comments, you two?
No, none for me.
What about you, Frezzman?
I have very much enjoyed this chat. I'm sorry for rambling.
Okay.
And I think we should take a note from Laura in the chat here. Skyrim rant next.
Ooh,
Stay away
yes.
from my sweet roll.
I'll steal your sweet roll.
No.
I have
Nah.
cookbooks, and it teaches you to make the different versions, like one of the Fallout ones and one of the Skyrim ones. I should make one sometime.
I just had this sinking feeling in my stomach just now.
Of what?
I'm like, oh yeah, when Skyrim came out, like 11 years ago.
Ooh. Alright.
Oh
Oh yeah, I was wrapping up the stream. So, everyone check out the links, subscribe to these 3. Maskino's just being quiet, but he loves everyone, and he loves guns. And, yeah. But, stay safe, my little spookling. And remember, I'll be watching you.